This is not a joke. I'm literally playing from my PS2 that I've played from my entire childhood. I love it so much. It's still working after all these years. I'm pretty sure my save file is the second one. We played a little bit through... We completed Team Rose, I'm pretty sure. And we're on to our Team Dark moment. Hey, Spin Blend, it's nice to see you. How are you? Come on, trans rights. Yes. We're actually very far along. We're 80% into Team Dark's playthrough. So we're actually pretty far along. I'm actually quite surprised. You came in just a second ago. How's Sonic Heroes going? You came in at the perfect time, Spin Blend, because I'm literally just getting started. I'm literally just getting started today. I was just like sort of talking for a little... Not sort of talking. I was talking for a little bit. Snacking and all that stuff. Sipping on my coffee. So you came in at the perfect time. So I don't remember when the last time I streamed this game was. But when I did, sorry, let me try to do something. I don't know what that does. I'm just trying shit out. But we beat Team Rose's path. We've been struggling a little bit with Team Dark, from what I remember, because Team Dark is actually a higher difficulty level than the other levels, than the other teams in this game, because, you know, Team Dark, they're edgy, it's difficult, it's shenanigans for the most part.
What do you think, Omega?
Sensors jammed. Real Eggman ID not possible.
We'll just have to find out, won't we?
What's the matter?
Oh, is it a boss fight?
Here I come.
Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. I mean, I love this game, but some parts of it are a little crunchy.
No time for messing around. Let's get ready.
Okay.
Oh, Rouge is definitely the one we should be using. Oh, the frame drops of it all. I felt all the frame drops up in there. This, I learned as an adult that the PS2 version of this game is the lower tier version. I did not know because it's all I grew up with, but I remember my cousin had the Xbox version and I remember his ran so much better. Not me dying like 2 seconds into me playing this game. You were like 12? Oh my god. Me too, actually. Not, me too. As far as I remember. Yeah, I was definitely in middle school, I'm pretty sure. I don't know when this game came out, but it's also not relevant to whenever I played it. Because the thing about me and video games is that, especially as a kid, I never really played games as they came out. So it's definitely something that is not relevant. Like, oh, when did that game come out? Because it's usually not at all correlated to whenever we purchased it or whatever. You must have had it on the GameCube. Aw. I had a PS2 growing up. I still have it. It's the version that I had. I definitely remember my cousin had the Xbox version and his, like, there was no the loading times were literally almost non-existent, which was lovely. And I remember being like, oh, weird. This is definitely not how my version works, but you know, at the time, you're kind of ignorant to things, so I just thought it was like, oh, maybe my disc is kind of fucked, or maybe it's my PS2 or whatever. Like, you don't want to believe that the game doesn't work as it's supposed to because it's the developer's fault, you know what I mean? Like, as a kid, I guess you don't really know any better, so you're like, oh, I guess it must be something on my end, because it's surely the game is made properly in the way that it's supposed to be played, right? Like, you don't think anything of it. But how are you doing? I was gonna call you Blend. Is that okay if I call you Blend? Spin Blend is quite the name, so I don't want to ruin that by calling you just Blend. So I'm gonna call you Spin Blend. I take back my question. But yeah, how are you doing? What are you up to? Oh, not this. I do not like these golden turtles. They are quite the work to quite the hassle, if you ask me. So you know, we are avoiding. We're avoiding dealing with that until we absolutely need to. I keep getting shadow cores. I need to level up my girl Rouge. Because I love her when she's like at least level 2. Her attacks are so good. I'm not gonna use Shadow mostly for these levels because he's very like, you can accidentally miss a homing attack and you just like fall off the level entirely.
Annoying little pests, aren't they?
So we're just gonna avoid as much as we can. Like everything else with this game that is hard to deal with, we're just gonna avoid. Just chillin'. Yes. Ready to put up your Pokemon shield. Ooh, yes. Shiny hunting. I do not have the patience for shiny hunting, but I admire people who do. Because someone has to do it, you know? What Pokemon are you shiny hunting for? Are you looking for a specific honey? Oh, there's so many of them. They all have shields, which is really annoying to deal with as well. I don't know if Rouge's attacks actually take off their shield. I think Gamma. Yeah, he should be fine. You remember falling off the stage? Oh yeah, falling off the stage in a Sonic game, especially the 3D ones, is more likely than you'd think. It's definitely more likely than you would want. Oh, that's a lot of shit. You're working on a Galarian Zigzagoon. Ooh, yes. They're adorable. What's the color scheme for the shinies? Because they're black and white for the Galarian version, right? How do they look in the their shiny version? What's the color scheme? Oh shit, not this. Not me falling off at the end. And then you have to start from scratch. Not this.
Okay.
Not this. Oh no. Ma'am! This is why we don't use Shadow. In boss fights, that is. God damn it. I hate it. I hate it here. Come on, Gamma. Okay, I don't think we can hit them from here. Just do that, yes. And then you do that. I do not want to, like, fall off the level again. Although there's really not much that you lose by falling off the level. Because at this point, it's like a game over sort of situation. So it's not like I lose a ton of progress. It's still annoying, though. Oh, did that not do anything? I thought that was going to do something. I was led to believe. damn it. Oh, hey. Should I add a death counter? Should we add a death counter? God damn. That was not a cute moment.
I'm turning on you guys.
The vocals come out when I'm most desperate in a video game. I break out into song a lot as well. So that's a thing that we do here. And by we, I mean I
What do you think,
do.
Omega?
Sensors jammed. Real Eggman ID not possible.
We'll just have to find out, won't we?
What's the matter? Cold feet? Well then, here I come.
I'm not gonna lie, Eggman is very iconic. Cause he's like a funny villain to me. I don't find him like annoying. I don't find him like terrible. Like he's just like funny to me. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Like he's comically like mean. Like he doesn't, you're not like, oh wow, he's like an evil like asshole from hell.
This is the
You're like, he's funny. Oh, not this. I always felt that way about Eggman. Yeah, he always like looked dorky to me and cute. Like not in a cute way of like, oh, I wanna, you know, whatever. Like he's not like a gaming crush for me. But I've always found him to be like so dorky and like funny to me. Like I never like hated him.
level up.
Which I guess doesn't make for a good villain, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the Sonic movie at some point because from the trailer alone, I was kind of not surprised, but I was impressed with Jim Carrey's portrayal of him. Did you see the movie? Oh, I hate the camera angles for this. You know, there's someone out there who's thirsty for Eggman. Listen, I don't blame them. Eggman is quite the man. You haven't seen it yet? Yeah, me neither. Not gonna deal with this. I should save a chaos control for that part of the level that I died in, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah. I love when Rouge is strong enough to do this. Because then we can attack from a safe distance. I love Rouge. Rouge is really that icon for me.
Little pests, aren't they?
Eliminate all Eggman robots.
Like, she really does that every time. She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Oh, damn. No, no! I don't have any rings! Give me a ring! Fuck! No, damn it! I got the ring after I died. Look at me. There's like one ring in there because I got the ring after I died.
No time messing around.
Oh no. I'll never be a speedrunner. I watch all of these speedruns and they're like, well, not all these speedruns. I literally just watched a couple speedruns in the last like maybe 48 hours. And they do things so quickly and so like iconically. I'm like, damn.
This is the ultimate power.
Like I could never. Oh, excuse you. They literally are so rude, like literally running into me like that. Honestly, Rouge is probably the original Cock Destroyer. Have you seen her outfit? Like, she's the OG Cock Destroyer. And nobody else can say otherwise. I mean, just look at her. Imagine how much practice, right? I believe it. And they learn all these techniques and all that stuff. This game has a lot of glitches from like, they're able to skip through walls and all that shit. Like, it's really fascinating. It really is. But it's like, it's something that I would never be able to do because I just don't have that kind of patience or like work ethic to be like, oh yeah, let me boot up this game for like 5 hours and practice how to play it. You know what I mean? That's just not my kind of my thing. I also like to take my time with games, you know? Like, I don't like to rush through a game and be like, oh my god, we need to finish it. And all that, you know? The turtles are really annoying to deal with, so let's just skip that.
Just as planned.
Level up.
The only thing that I want for myself is to not get stuck in one level for like 3 hours. It's the only, oh my god. It's the only thing, really, you know? That I want out of my gaming career. Give me just one ring. Okay. That's Sonic 101. You just want one ring, girl. You don't need anything else. And I guess that's a life thing. You just need one ring, you know? Where's my friends? Oh god. A lot of pressure, yeah. And you have to do it all in one go. Like, imagine being like all the way through the game and then there's like a run breaking situation and you're like, oh, all of the work that I just did, especially for those games that take like a couple hours to beat, even in a speed run, you would be so frustrated being like, I just spent so much time doing this for nothing. Or at least it would feel like it would be for nothing, you know? Oh no, let's not. Oh no, oh no, no, no. This one is really scary to me. Oh no, because of this! Because of this! Oh my god. That sounds awful, right? That's what I'm saying. It would be awful to like be so close to like doing the thing and then you're like, oh, just kidding. I just died or whatever. Oh god. No, not this. Not this. No, give me the rings! Oh my god. I'm gonna be stuck here for the whole day.
No time for messing. Let's get ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
My god.
Just as
Okay, I have one life. Don't we all? Am I right? Oh, don't get greedy, girl. I'm greedy, I'm greedy, I'm greedy, I'm greedy, I'm... Fuck. Okay, there you go. Level up. Oh, hello. Humes. Thank you so much for that host. Welcome aboard, everyone. Come on through. My name is Ruby. You can call me Project Ruby. Well, I'm Project Ruby. You can call me Ruby. That's what I wanted to say. And this is the Queerdom, a place where we can be a king, a queen, and everything else in between. I am a singer, a gamer, and talk show host. And today, as you can see, we're struggling our way through Sonic Heroes. And by struggling, I mean it's like a love-hate kind of relationship with this game, which I feel like everybody has with this game. As much as you love it for what it is and for the memories that you may have with it. Thank you so much for following. Welcome officially to the Queerdom. As much as you probably have wonderful memories associated with this game, it's also rotted in other ways. But welcome aboard. What were you up to, Humes? I think that's how you said your name is pronounced. Subnautica. Ooh, yes, Subnautica. Aw, Kath. Kath is so sweet. In memory of Kath, I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Because Kath always redeems a hydrate. Every once in a while, Kath is always looking out for me. So, I really appreciate that about them. Same. Yeah, they're lovely. You're like, you know what? Some people want to see me suffer, but not Kath. Kath wants to see me thrive. Kath wants me to hydrate myself. And Kath wants good health for me and for all of us. But I'm glad, I hope you had a good time. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad that Kath suggested you. Subnautica is definitely like, I feel like too spooky for me. I have yet to give it a try. I think I have a copy of it. But I have yet to give it a try because I'm not the biggest fan of like horror. I know Subnautica is not horror, but it's like close enough, you know? There's a little bit of some spooks in there. There's a little bit of some jump scares. I've definitely seen a few jump scares happen with that game. Oh, this is a lot of drama, y'all. Is that a cat that I see in the chat? Hello, thank you for recommending me. That's so sweet of you. I was actually gonna ask how you found me, but I'm glad that it was through a friend. Besides Subnautica, what do you like to do on your stream? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I get so nervous because I'm like, with these boss fights, there's no checkpoints. So you're like, oh, I just don't want to die again. I just wanna have all my rings with me. All my one ring with me. I wanna have that. I wanna be safe and sound, you know. Oh god. World of Warcraft. Ooh. That's one of those series that I can say I'm like, oh, I never played it. You know, there's always that series that you feel like everyone has played, but you. And World of Warcraft is one of those that I never got into. Isn't it like a monthly subscription kind of thing? Oh god. I saw multiple of those and I was like, That's probably why I never got into it, because like as a kid I could never convince my parents to pay for a game like once a month. I remember a friend of mine had Guild Wars. He recommended it a lot, and I remember I was at a store that had that game, and I was like, oh, you know, my friend plays this, whatever, and they were like, we're not gonna pay like a monthly fee for this game. Absolutely not. Because that's all they knew. Like, the only thing that they knew is, like, you pay a certain amount of money, my kid plays the game forever, basically. But they were not about to spend money on a monthly basis. I actually didn't really know about I didn't know about World of Warcraft for the longest time. Because I just grew up as a... Excuse you, stop interrupting me. I've always been like a console gamer, so I got into PC stuff like really late. God damn. Leave me alone, why don't ya? Jeez. Sounds about right, yeah. Ooh, you occasionally play Valorant as well. I've heard good things about it. A friend of mine, she got into it, and I remember her posting about it on Twitter, and she said like she was addicted to it, and I've seen that kind of happen to a lot of people. Oh, not this. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this decision, because I don't know if there's any more drama ahead, but I'm tired, you know? I just want this boss fight to be over. I'm tired of it. I just want to play another level. Can I play another level, please? Okay. Oh! No! Shit! I knew I was gonna regret that decision. Let me eat a tiny pastry just so I recover from this heartbreaking moment in my life. That's the reset we all need. Honestly. Let me take a sip of my coffee. My iced coffee. Girl. Not here for this. Sorry I've been here for so short, but I gotta run IRL to take care of some things. I'm glad I could host you, and I'll be back. For sure, yeah, have a great stream. Go take care of your, have a great day. Did I say have a great stream? Have a great rest of your day. Go do all the post-stream things that you need to do. I really, really appreciate you hosting me. Thank you again, Kath, for recommending me out of anyone on the platform, and I hope to see you again. Let me check you out. Let me throw you a follow. I need to check you out in the future. Hopefully I can catch one of your streams. That was a timed event just now, because I had to follow just in enough time before my own stream popped up and I heard myself. So that had to be a quick activity. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I really appreciate that.
Messing around. Let's get ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Alright, this is the one. I don't know how many times we've died, but we're just gonna say third time's the charm. We're just gonna say third time's the charm. We're just gonna pretend this is my third time attempting this. And it's third time's the charm, y'all. Let's keep that energy. Let's keep that energy. We got this. This is the one. This is the one attempt. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be great. I almost just fell off the level, but it's okay. Not this. Oh, I just almost fell off again. I keep getting tricked by Rouge's rings. You know how she throws 3 rings when she's like by herself? Every once in a while, I'll get tricked and be like, ooh, rings. And it's like, no, girl, that's not... that... I just almost fell off again. I hate that it keeps happening like every 2 seconds. My god. I got this. Thank you so much, Spin Blend. Thank you so much. We got this. Believing in ourselves is half the battle. We can do this, you know. Is there anything around me that I could like hit or something? Okay, there's not. All right, let's do it. No. I should probably reserve this for other occasions, but no. The turtles are really annoying to deal with. We don't appreciate the turtles. Not in this game. In real life, absolutely. Not in this game though. Oh, I couldn't reach that. Rouge is level 3, which is great, because she's very strong when she's level 3. And she's my safest bet, because I can stay away from them. Just like in real life, you know? As long as you can keep a safe distance from everyone else, then it's perfect, you know? Especially these days, you know, social distancing, keep a safe distance from me. Lovely. Wonderful. Gorgeous. Oh, I just completely missed that. That's okay. Oh no. That was too early? Shit. Oh. Not me self-sabotaging. You've been alright social distancing because you have a huge personal space bubble. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm counting on you guys.
Is this continue number 2 or number 3? Is it bad that I can't keep track anymore? I think it's pretty bad.
What do you think, Omega?
Sensors jammed. ID not possible.
We'll just
I think it's pretty bad that I can't keep track.
Cold feet? Well then, here I come. Get them.
Let's go.
No time for messing around. Let's get ready.
Listen, I feel like at some point, if we can't do this, I'll just if there's another continue, I'll just switch to like Team Sonic or something. Cause I'm not here for, I don't want to keep this being super repetitive for you guys. For you guys, for you girls, for you in between, or all of the above.
Them all.
just a splash.
Come on.
I'll pick it from here.
Rouge is such a fashion icon. She truly is. You know? She really did that every game she was in. Every single game she was in. She was always such a highlight, such a moment. Her attitude 10 out of 10, you know.
Smash them all!
You like opening up any public speaking you have to do with a booming foolish mortals. It's dramatic and inclusive. I am not mad about that. Foolish mortals. I don't know how, you know, in a professional setting, I don't know how, you know, a potential brand that I would work with, I don't know how they would take that introduction. But, you know, it's all about me, you know? Ah, shit! I turned into Marge Simpson just then. Shit!
Homie! Homie, we must defeat Eggman!
Okay.
I'm so tired of doing this. Oh my god. It's so tiring to be a housewife and a gaming legend.
I should use this voice more often. I just accidentally triggered the Marge Simpson that's inside of me somewhere. She came out to play, honeys. Listen, if Rouge the Bat threw the first brick at Stonewall, Marge Simpson threw the second. If there's a queer diva that we all deserve and should pay attention to, is Miss Marge Simpson. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Did I just get greedy? Yes. I don't think there was any actual risk though, doing that. But I love that idea of using like something kind of ridiculous as like a thing that I refer to everyone as, that it's like neutral. I feel like diva is neutral because like everyone can be a diva. Diva is not reserved for female or female presenting individuals. God. It took her a bit to get over the surprise, but Marge ended up being super supportive when her sister came out. Yes. Was that actually a thing on The Simpsons? We love. Not gonna lie, I cannot tell you when the last time I watched The Simpsons was. I literally couldn't tell you. Literally do not have a clue whatsoever. Oh no, this was a mistake. Why did I ever do this? I should have just used my team blast, and I should have just done that, and I should have just kept to myself and not ruined that one.
No time for messing around.
Her sister Patty, yes. Okay, Patty is actually the queer icon that we all deserve then. I love her sisters, by the way. I just love them. They're kind of iconic.
I'll take it from here.
Come on.
Y'all is gender neutral. I use y'all quite often, but I don't. There's something about it that doesn't come off like naturally for me when I say it, you know? There's just something about it. I can't quite place why, but it just doesn't sound like a natural thing to me. But it's usually my go-to when it comes to gender neutral kind of whatever it might be. Pretenders to the throne. I mean, you're good at this. I mean, there's a reason you're a writer, or at least that you have writer in your name. Also establishes some mystery. Yeah, we could all, you know, we could all zhuzh up our lives with a little bit of mystery, you know? With a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of drama here and there. I'm catching your drift. I really am. I mean, Rouge would be iconic if she was like, just as I thought, trash. That would be so iconic. It would be really cute. And truly a queer moment if she just fully went to them and she was like, just as I thought, trash.
Useless pieces of junk.
Annoying little pests, aren't they?
So annoying.
Not bad.
Anytime.
So annoying. Listen, am I a professional gamer? Will I, oh god, will I ever, I was gonna say cosplay. Will I ever speedrun this game? No. Well, actually, never say never. You never know, actually. The turns that your life makes, you never know. There's a Portuguese expression that says, like, never say you will never drink from that water or from that fountain. It's like a weird, it's basically our version of never say never, but it's like, it has that little bit of intrigue and drama of like, oh, never say you'll never drink from that fountain or that. I guess that would be the best way for me to translate that. The literal translation is like, never say you'll never drink that water. I'm pretty sure I have a mosquito bite on my arm. Lovely. We love to see it. Do we love to see it? Not really.
Smash them all.
We don't love anything about it, actually. God. I feel like they're just shooting at each other at this point. Like, you're not shooting at me, girl. I'm not over there. I'm like, I'm far from you. Very far from you. But then again, my characters like flip-flop around the screen a lot. So I don't really blame them from being a little... Oh my god, I did not mean to do that! Just switch to the robot. Switch to the robot. Jesus almighty. I don't... The second I realize I didn't have any rings is the second I get hit and I die. How many lives do I have? Okay. If I die in this attempt, I'm just gonna switch to a different team. Because I am tired of attempting this boss fight. I really am. So we're just gonna do a sensible, you know, rage quit. And try our best in a different time. Maybe even off stream, you know? I'll just attempt that off stream when there's less pressure from the audience. Just kidding, there's actually no pressure from the audience. Y'all are great and supportive and you never judge me on my lack of gaming skills. I feel like that's one of the lamest things though that people sometimes do. Is like they judge you or like they make fun of how you play a game and it's like, why don't you go play it yourself? Like, what's stopping you? The rings in this game are thick. Oh yes. Oh my god, I keep scratching my mosquito bite. Oh shit. Oh god. This is so stressy. It's really funny like watching a speed run and then playing a game, because like the speed runs make the games look so easy. They're like, and just like that, within a couple seconds, you beat the game. Not a couple seconds, but you know, within like a couple minutes, you can beat this boss fight. And I'm like, bitch, where? It's already been a couple minutes, and I'm like, maybe 2/4 of the way. Like, this is not my experience with this game at all. But I also don't want to think about, you know, the amount of time that it takes for them to practice all of that. You know? Because I would never. With 2 C's. Thick with 2 C's. That's when you know. That's when you know the thickness of it all is top tier. That's when you know. You know? Do you know? Because that's when I know. This is a moment, you know? We are here, we're living it, we're slaying it. The enemies are falling from the sky. It's truly a moment, you know? It's truly a revolutionary moment in gaming history, if you ask me.
Useless pieces of junk.
Annoying little pests, aren't they?
Eliminate all Eggman robots.
Oh. Oh.
Annihilate. Fire, fire.
Oh, yes. Is his name Omega or Gamma? I can't remember which one is which, because I know one of them was from Sonic Heroes, and the other is from Sonic Adventure. Is this one Omega? I'm pretty sure he is, right? Just random question. I'm like, who is this on my team? Like, I forget. Oh, shit. God. They're all shooting at me. This is so unfair. Like, literally so rude. I'm pretty sure this is Omega. Yeah, I think Gamma was from the first game, from Sonic Adventure. I love Sonic Adventure, by the way. Just so y'all know, I love Sonic Adventure. Excuse you. Jesus. Oh my god. There's so much going on. Boo, 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 boo. I'm trying to focus. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, you know, I'm going into like try hard mode. I'm like, I'm focusing. I'm focusing. I'm trying to survive. Oh shit! No, Rouge, you're. She literally can fly. Why did this happen to me? You know what? I'm a bitch of my word, so I am gonna switch teams, y'all. We're just gonna switch to Team Sonic. We're gonna have a lovely time. The difficulty for Team Sonic should be easier. Enjoy this cinematographic piece of culture.
Hey, look! It's Sonic! Wow!
Yo, Tails! Long time no see.
Sonic, check this out.
How did they know Sonic was just running randomly in the desert? Oh, love that. Love the concept of him running backwards. I'm not gonna try to read that. I'm gonna get motion sickness, girl. I love that. I just love the idea of Eggman being like, you know what? Let me give you a timeline. Let me give you a warning. Like, girl, you don't have to do that. Literally, don't give them a warning. And you just conquer the world and you didn't need to tell anyone. You know what I mean? But that's just me, you know? That's just good old me. If I wanted to conquer the world, I wouldn't let anyone know about it, you know? But I guess that's what makes Eggman kind of an icon, you know? Oh, this is gonna be much more pleasant. This is gonna be much more pleasant to deal with. I love the idea of the game teaching me how to play the game, even though I already beat one of the paths. Listen. As much as we stan Team Dark... Nah, I was gonna say, as much as we stan Team Dark... But then I took it back. I was like, no, Team Dark is still superior. I was gonna say that Team Sonic was, like, still the most iconic, but, I don't know. Like, if you think about it, you have Shadow... You know, roller skating legend. And then you have Rouge, queer icon. And then I guess you have Omega, which, you know, it's not the most iconic Sonic character. You know what? Replace Omega with Knuckles. And there you have it. You know what I mean? Or Big the Cat. Could you imagine that twist of like Big the Cat getting involved with like the bad guys? And Big the Cat is like, I don't know, girl. I'm just looking for Froggy. And he gets like attached to like these characters. I kind of love that. I love that concept. I feel like Sega should listen to us. And they should make that happen. Press the wrong button multiple times. Don't tell me what to do, Sonic, first of all. Sega! Hi, Kevin. We're playing Sonic Heroes today. And this is a game that I wouldn't say defined my childhood, but I definitely spent a lot of my childhood playing this game. Out of other games, obviously. But this one was definitely like a big portion of my childhood. Along, like, other Sonic games, for sure. But this one was the tea. I loved it. Coming from, like, Sonic Adventure, I was like, oh yes, I'm ready for this moment. How are you doing, Kevin? It's nice to see you. Knuckles is overrated. Underrated, excuse me. Not me not being able to read. He's dumb as hell, but he'll throw down for his friends. Absolutely. You know what? Knuckles will be there for his friends. He won't always know why. He won't always know what he's fighting for, but you know, he does it. But he's there. He's loyal. How did you feel about his like remodeling sort of situation? When they made him buffer for Sonic Boom. I thought that was homophobic. I thought that was an act of homophobia.
All right. All right.
You prefer Knuckles over Shadow? Can we get a mod to ban Kevin? I'm sorry, we can't have that sort of language in my chat. I'm sorry. We're not gonna allow for that behavior to continue. Aw, not the racist meme. Knuckles is the friend where if you asked him to show up with booze and ice cream, he'd be there. Yes! Absolutely. Absolutely. You played a ton of Final Fantasy 7 and 10. Final Fantasy 10. I didn't play Final Fantasy 7 growing up. I've been playing it on stream. But Final Fantasy 7 is great. I'm really liking it. I played like the games that I played the most were like I played a bunch of Sonic. I played like basically all of the Sonic games, like 1, 2, 3. I played Adventure. I played Heroes. I played Sonic Riders, Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, excuse me. Let me skip this real quick.
That was tight.
That was tight. That's what he said. Sorry. But yeah, I played a lot of that. I played Final Fantasy X. I played 8 a lot as well. To the point where I broke the first disc because of how many times I replayed that one. 10-2 was really iconic. Oh, is this an emerald stage? Am I gonna get an emerald? Oh, we're not. Okay. Fierce. And here I was, thinking I was gonna get a Chaos Emerald. I don't know if spamming the button is faster than actually just like pressing it, but it gives me the idea that it's faster, so I'm just gonna do it. Oh. I keep missing it. I keep missing them. Sorry, let me just finish this level. I don't know exactly what I'm doing and what these points are for, but we're doing it. You never really played games? Oh. You got used to watching your siblings play? Yeah. I watched my brother play games a lot. Streams and Let's Plays are perfect for you. Yeah, that's cool. You definitely get that feeling of like you're watching a friend, you know, like you're hanging out in your couch with your friend who's playing a video game. And you're like, you're doing amazing, sweetie, but you have no idea what they're doing. Yeah. I really like Twitch for that as well, especially when it's like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna play that game, so I'm just gonna watch someone play it, you know what I mean? I got a couple lives out of that, so that's lovely. Oh my god, the memory card. I still have my memory cards from childhood. All of them. I mean, I remember we probably deleted some save files, because they had limited storage. So sometimes you had to delete old games that you were like, I'll just play from scratch or whatever if I want to get back into it.
I'm ready to take them out.
Oh shit. I literally did nothing. I'm just pressing forward and the game said there's a wall there.
Knuckles, can you open this stone door for us? Look at all those Eggman
Look at all those chickens. Is Tails gonna be the meme queen? Next thing we know, Tails is like, and I oop! We get attacked by Eggman and Tails is like, and I oop! You're like, Tails, when did you learn that? It's like, Sonic, I love Twitter! Oh, excuse me. Tails would be a Twitter stan. I feel like Tails would totally be a Twitter stan. He'd be making like remixes of like, he'd make like Sonic fan cams. He'd make memes of like Chromatica 2 into 911, but it's Sonic kind of thing. Hey, Jam. Tails is the meme queen. Yeah. Tails would 100% have several TikTok accounts. Yes. I feel like Tails would also follow those like fact of the day kind of accounts. You know what I mean? Tails would totally be that type to be like, did you know that whales... I don't know any fun facts about whales, but you know what? You know my drift. You catch my drift. Tails would totally have like a YouTube channel dedicated to a lot of like nerdy shit. I feel like Knuckles would be like... I feel like Knuckles would be that kind of bro online. He would post a lot of gym selfies. He would probably try gay for pay porn to pay his rent or something. You know, he definitely gives me those vibes. Very like no homo kind of thing.
Hey Sonic, can you blow up that robot shield?
Knuckles would probably have a fitness channel, fitness blog where he's super supportive. Or that. Not gay for pay. Oh, you know it. He would totally be that kind of girl on social media. What would Sonic be like on Twitter? I feel like, oh my god, ew, I feel like Sonic would be the type to like, he would oh my god, Sonic would totally be like Jake Paul or something. Sonic would be like, whoa, we're gonna put whipped cream on Tails' pants, whoa! Isn't that funny? Isn't that cool? Whoa! That's totally what Sonic would do. Let's be real. He would give live advice. Yeah, Sonic would mansplain in the comments to every YouTube video. Amy would make a post being like, oh my god, men are horrible, and Sonic is like, whoa, Amy, maybe it's because you wear such a short skirt. You know what I mean? I feel like that would totally be Sonic. I mean, Amy would be the queen we would all stan. She would have the makeup tutorials. she would be like the she would be like that girl that you get all the tea from. She's like, oh my god, did you hear that bitch Rouge? Did you hear? Like, she totally slept with the executive of a makeup brand in order to get a makeup deal. Can you believe? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I know, why? Okay. Okay. Unprompted. Literally nothing I did. Just so you know.
What's with that giant rock?
It's coming this way!
Get out of the way! Here we go!
Knuckles could also be the one where everyone's just waiting on him to make his post coming out, like there's bet. Yeah, I feel like Knuckles would. No, maybe I feel like Knuckles would be a bi icon. I feel like I did him dirty by saying he would do gay for play porn. I feel like Knuckles would probably be like a bi icon. You know what I mean? He would have like an OnlyFans. He would, yeah, I feel like he would be a bi icon. He would probably do some very kinky stuff with, you know, if you know what I mean. But we don't judge, you know? We don't judge. Maybe he's one of the... Yeah, I think Knuckles would totally be the type, like, for a while to be like, I'm bi-curious. I'm bi-curious. I'm not bi. I'm just kind of, like, bi-curious. And then, like, he would eventually embrace, you know? We can all agree that Tails is totally like a Disney gay, right? Tails would totally be like, oh my god, the new Frozen is so good. I feel like he would help Knuckles come with terms with his bisexuality. I feel like Tails would totally be that supportive friend. As much as he would be annoying, Tails definitely gives me like musical theater gay vibes and Disney gay vibes, you know? Which we stan, by the way.
Initiate rotary attack.
None of these are bad archetypes. None of these are bad archetypes at all.
Whoa! Is that all you got?
Knuckles, did you ever think you're not watching all those all male cast movies just by their physiques? Yeah. Knuckles would totally watch Magic Mike and be like, oh, you know, I'm just appreciating the art of the dance that they're doing. They're really good dancers, you know? And Tails would be like, I don't know, Knuckles. Why do you need all those tissues?
Initiate rotary attack.
You know, we stan.
Oh no! Both rotors are gone! Whoa!
I feel like Rouge would be like, she would be like a ruthless makeup bitch. She would like have, you know, she would be the bitch having like feuds every other week, you know? She would be like a relentless beauty YouTuber kind of thing. But everyone would stand because she wouldn't be problematic. She would just be like, she would start shit, you know? She would like, she would start shit. Someone would be like, I don't know about this eyeshadow. And she would be like, well, fuck you. Fuck your entire family. Never sending you any PR packages again.
Piece of cake.
But she wouldn't be racist like some beauty YouTubers, you know? She would be great. She would be great drama. She and Amy would have like a love-hate kind of relationship. I love that. I love that concept for them. I really do. Listen, we gotta make something out of this because
Eggman's robots are taking
God knows the story of this game isn't something to,
Show him the real power of teamwork.
you know,
This must be an automated energy plant.
Energy plant? So that's energy flowing through those.
they occasionally feud just for. Oh no, they would literally like have full on fights, but they would just have this like rivalry, friendly kind of thing. Like they love each other one day, they hate each other the next kind of thing. They would totally have that kind of relationship. Shadow would totally be like the MySpace e-boy that we've all seen. You know what I mean? Like that emo boy. Eyeliner every day. Posting like depressive things every day on his timeline. He would probably be like,
Leave it to me.
actually I don't know. I think he would just be like one of those like MySpace type individuals where he just like he posts quotes, you know what I mean, like from songs and stuff that are kind of like dark and they're kind of like edgy. I feel like that would be Shadow on social media. He would totally be that. He would be like very not about anything. He would be very sarcastic about everything. I feel like he would be that type as well to judge people based on like, oh wow, you like that movie? Wow, okay. You know what I mean? Like he would not be very supportive of people's like tastes because he would see himself as like, no, this is a true movie. This is a true piece of cinema kind of thing. Oh yeah, definitely. Amy and Rouge are totally that type of like, they start shit with each other, but if anyone else dared to like start shit with either of them, both of them would be like, that's my sister. You don't come for my sister. That would totally be their dynamic. Very like, I can make fun of her, but you can't make fun of her. Oh, excuse you. There you go. All of that work for 10 rings. That's more than Ariana's 7 rings, but... Oh my god, humor. Ah, shit. Who else do we need to add to this? Big the Cat, he would totally be like a Facebook dad kind of thing. Like he would post, you know, badly taken selfies and like pictures like at a pond, you know, as he's like fishing. He's totally that type to post a photo of like himself holding the dead fish kind of thing. But he would put it back in the water, you know what I mean? Like he's not a beast. He would share memes all day, every day. Yeah, totally like a Facebook dad sort of thing. He would post like random pictures or random memes that he found. He wouldn't give anyone credit for anything. Very that. Robotnik? Oh, Robotnik? He's like chaotic, but he's not like terrible. So I wouldn't say that he's like... I wouldn't say he's like a terrible person. he would just be annoying on social media, I feel. He would just be like that annoying reply that, you know, you get when you post something. He would be like asking follow for follow kind of thing. He's that person that like you post a video and they're like, nice content, bro. Wanna watch my channel? Come subscribe to my channel, bro. Like very that. He's basically like a bot account. I follow back, yeah. Very that. Very that. I feel like he would be like a less terrible version of like Keemstar or something. You know what I mean? I can totally see that for him. I've just been lurking for a bit while making lunch, and can I just say I'm living for the Sonic social media headcanons. Thank you. Enjoy your lurk, by the way. Hope you're having a good one, regardless. Who else? I feel like Cream would be like a sweetheart. She would like make I feel like she would make reaction videos, but all of her videos would be very positive. Like even if the song or the video sucked, she would be like, "Oh, that was such a sweet song. Oh my gosh, she looks so good." You know what I mean? Like she would never say anything negative about anyone. I feel like Cream would totally be like a reaction channel on YouTube. She would be like, "Oh my god, I'm reacting to the latest Blackpink music video. We love Blackpink." She would be like so sweet about every review that she does. I feel like she would do like monthly like book club posts or something as well. You know what I mean? She would have like a face group, book club. She's definitely like that sweetheart kind of. I would absolutely watch Rouge and Amy's beauty channels and follow the drama. Absolutely. 100%. I feel like you would always, like, Rouge would always be the one who, like, starts shit. But you know for a fact that Amy isn't innocent either. So it's like Rouge shares all these screenshots of, like, can you believe what this bitch said about me? And they just have, like, fights all the time. You slept with my man. Yeah. They both release like makeup around the same time and they're like, what the fuck? I thought we agreed. I thought we agreed on this. I feel like Rouge as well, she would totally have like a Patreon or like an OnlyFans where she does like reviews of sex toys. I feel like she would totally be down for that. You know, she just seems like very sex positive. She would totally be down to like talk about stuff like that. She would not be ashamed of anything. I feel like she would totally be that type of girl. And that's why we stan. And somehow it's Knuckles, yeah. Knuckles ends up like beating them. I feel like Knuckles would totally just like, he would totally be that type of gay that's like sponsored by like MeUndies and like, he's like sponsored by Manscaped and like all of those like body image, like protein shakes, all of that shit. But we stand because he's a bi icon. We just decided it's canon. Who else are we missing? Oh, we have Team Chaotix. I feel like... So we have Espio. Espio would totally be kind of like Shadow. He would be like more of... I feel like Espio would be a little bit of like... I feel like he would be a gamer though. I feel like he would be, I don't think he would be like an emo boy. I think he would be like more of an introvert, gamer kind of thing. He probably has a Twitch channel along with his friends Charmy and Vector. Like they just collab all the time. They play video games all the time. I feel like Vector is totally like a gamer boy, like Fortnite. He's like an esports kind of guy, always drinking his G Fuel. And then, what is her name? Is it Charmy the bee? I think it's Charmy. Cammy the bee? I don't know. Charmy. Call in and let me know what her name is or his name is. I don't know their gender actually. But the bee character, they would be that super positive and super nice streamer friend. They would like always be in a good mood, always like chatting about stuff, like having a good time with their friends, like never any kind of drama. I feel like that's what they would be all about, if you ask me. Just like unproblematic faves, you know? They're just like minding their own business, taking over the gaming community. I feel like that would be their gig. Who else is there? I know there's no one else in like Sonic Heroes, but there's probably more Sonic characters that I'm missing out on. Ah, shit. I mean, we basically just mentioned the more relevant ones anyway. But I'm pretty satisfied with what we came up with here, you know? I feel like this was a good character study on the cast of Sonic Heroes. I feel like we're onto something, you know? I think we cracked the code somewhere along the line. And now I really want the Amy and Rouge YouTube channel. If Barbie can have her YouTube channel, I'm sure Sega can make a YouTube channel for Amy and Rouge, right? They're just like passive aggressive the whole time. Amy is like, today I'm gonna teach you how to do the perfect winged liner. And Rouge is like, I'm here because Amy is not as good at makeup as she thought she was. Just like random, like passive aggressive shit like that. I think they would thrive at that. Oh, well. Not me running into everything. Honestly, this is going pretty smoothly, you know? We're kind of taking over. We're just flying and soaring through these levels. I'm here to fix whatever mistakes Amy taught you. Yeah. Or like she would, they would like do a collab video of like, oh my god, on today's video, Rouge is actually gonna be doing my makeup. And she's like, yeah, you need all the help you can get, girl. And they would be like, ha 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 ha. And then they would like, under their breath, they would be like, asshole. They would totally have that frenemy vibe to them. They're like, girl, you're so funny. Oh my god. And then Rouge is like, cut the cameras. Dead ass. Cut the cameras.
Wow, what's this?
That was close. Look down there. That's an energy storage tank.
It's rising. Get to the
Not
top,
this.
Let Sonic take care of this.
Sonic, you better not fuck it up.
Leave it to me. Look out.
Ah! My god. That was more stressful than it needed to be. Excuse you.
Those barrier devices look like the ones we saw in the past. That means Eggman's robots must be linked to the devices.
Oh no. Why did I get launched across the level? Excuse you. Oh. Whew. We did it. Why do I really want to go through my eyeshadows and pick out color palettes for Rouge and Amy's eyeshadow palettes? Yes! Oh my god. I love that the most problematic person out of the entire cast is Sonic. He would just make dumb prank videos. Everyone would be like, oh my god, not this again. But he's like the most popular out of all of them. You know, it's like truly like a Jake Paul sort of thing. Like he has the most amount of subscribers out of all of them, and all of them are just like, yay, we love Sonic. And he's always like pranking them and pulling shit with them. And they're like, that's Sonic. He wouldn't be problematic though, but he would be like an annoying prank YouTuber. Emerald Challenge. You could ask that question at so many points during this game. I know, right? I don't know what question I asked, but you know. But I agree. Whatever you said, I agree. Yes. Oh, come on, give me the emerald. Oh, I was so close. I'm still pretty close-ish. Oh, not this. Not me missing every single one. Come on, girl, you got this. Oh, shit. No, give me it. Give me it. Sorry, y'all. I can't read chat right now. I need to get this emerald. Oh, God. Not this. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, my God. I miss all of it. We can do it. Come on, Emerald. It's much quicker if you just press the button, I just realized. Why did I get launched across the stage? Oh, yeah. Literally any point of this game. Why did I just get launched off of the level? Why did that just happen to me? There might be drama when Sonic does a jump scare video on Knuckles, who accidentally punches him out. Yeah, for sure. They get in a fight. Tails films it. For sure.
Gotcha.
Oh, speaking of our favorite makeup guru.
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
In my headcanon, Amy does not care about Sonic. She's a happily single woman. Yeah, Sonic jumps out dressed as a ghost and yeah, absolutely. Sonic is like, Knuckles, not cool. Whoa.
Are you playing with that girl's heart again, Sonic? Yes!
See, look at Knuckles being a sensible friend. He's like, are you playing with Amy's heart again, Sonic? Knuckles is the friend that we all need.
Marriage? No way!
Not me getting an A all of a sudden. Oh my god. A for Amy. Amy is too busy focusing on... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Absolutely. Amy does not have time for a man like Sonic to slow her down. You know? Ace me. Yeah.
Boy, Amy sure doesn't give up that easy.
What is this place? Sure is bright
We
here.
got some time. Feeling lucky?
Sonic, we only have 24 hours left.
Okay, let's go.
This entire city is like a giant casino.
The buildings and roads are all part of a pinball table.
Oh, I hate this level. Fuck me. Oh no.
Slightly changes our direction.
Oh, not the fucking pinball level. Oh, goddamn. The game half lets you control the ball, half doesn't, which is really annoying. Because, like, sometimes you can control it, sometimes you absolutely can't. So it's literally such a nightmare. I literally remember spending so much time playing this level whenever we were doing Team Dark. I feel like Team Amy, Team Rose, I feel like we spent quite a long time on there as well.
Hey, there they are.
Those are Eggman's robots.
But I remember vividly struggling way more with Team Dark for some reason. And then I reminded myself that Team Dark is supposed to be like hard mode. So there's that. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was gonna pummel? Plummet. Is that? I thought I was gonna die. Is that the right expression? I was gonna plummet to my death? Is that how you say that? Come on, Knuckles. Punch your way through the level, honey. Oh, I fucking hate this. Okay, let's good vibes, you know, good vibes only. Let's do this.
All right.
We got this. Ah, shit. Plummet was right. There you go.
Start all over.
We should be able to move ahead if we use the pinball to go up.
Tails, I'm trying my best. You know, you don't need to give me this attitude. Oh. See, guys? I told you that Knuckles was the one.
Got it.
I told you that Knuckles was the one.
Eggman's robots.
Leave them to me, Sonic. Level up. Okay.
I mean, Knuckles is also red. Ruby is red. Listen. We're onto something here.
All right.
In this household, we stand Knuckles. Oh my god. Can you please? Tails over here spamming his fan cams. Tails would totally do that.
Let's go.
Tails would be like, anyway, stand Chromatica, stream Chromatica.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I love that. I love this headcanon we're in.
All right.
Oh, shit!
Level up.
Um,
Here we go.
not this. How the fuck did I end up losing Tails? Like, what? Oh my god. Knuckles would send out congratulatory retweets to anyone who tells him. Aww. Yeah. I feel like he would always have like positive quotes about like body image and about like how it's not about the it's about the journey, you know. He would tweet stuff about like being healthy, you know. He would post a lot of shirtless photos. He would link his OnlyFans often. Tails would be his first subscriber on OnlyFans. He'd be like, I'm just supporting you, my dear friend. When in reality, we all know what he would be doing. But it's fine, you know? It's fine. I love that there's no like terrible character that we're like, you know what? That person would be awful. Sonic was probably the closest that we had to that. Oops. There'd be ongoing. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse you. Not me getting launched across the map again. Wait, let me just get up here and then I'll read what y'all are saying. I feel like there would be ongoing drama over who gets to take Tails to his first bar. Sonic would want to take him to a miserable redneck bar for the lulz, and everyone else wants him to just party. I feel like none of them wins, and like Tails just ends up like inviting everyone for like a house party sort of thing, or like Amy takes him out. Amy is like, girl, I got you. I know the right spots for you. I got some connections, you know? I feel like that would be Amy. She would be the perfect queer ally. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Yeah. Absolutely. Tails would be that person that always has like a nice, lovely comment on everyone else's posts. Him and Cream, I feel. They would always be like, yeah, keep slaying. Love that eyelash that you're using. Not the eyelash, eyeliner. Cream would totally do like unboxings for Amy's and Rouge's makeup kits, and she would always like spread positivity. She would be like, I don't want to read any comments talking negatively about either of them. I love them all. I love them both. They're both my sisters. I feel like she would totally be like, she would not have any drama in her channel. Oh, there's Sonic the whole time. Not me struggling to go through the level, and then Sonic is just over there waiting for me to get there. Like, you done yet, Knuckles? That was not as painful as I thought it was gonna be. Considering how painful this level was last time I played it with Team Dark.
I didn't use all my strength.
I feel like the game doesn't look terrible either. I clicked on like de-interlacing. I don't know exactly what that means, but I put that on, and I feel like the game doesn't look terrible on your end, which is lovely. Tails has been using fake IDs for years. Alternatively, Tails is that friend that always, like, they always ask him for his ID, and Tails is like, I promise I'm over 18. Like, he's that friend that always, like, everyone's like, where's the ID? And Tails is like, I promise I'm an adult. He's like, he just looks super young all the time. Forever a twink, you know what I mean? Very that. Giving you like Blair St. Clair vibes, you know? Always looking like he's 12 years old.
Leave it to me. Yay.
Here we go.
Eggman would totally be the drama channel, you know? Like, think something like Keemstar, but not terrible. I feel like Eggman would kind of be more of like a humorous kind of thing. Like, he wouldn't be like an asshole. I feel like Eggman would just be like funny. He would like drag everyone. He would have like little jokes for everyone, little puns and all that stuff. Like, he wouldn't be like a problematic channel necessarily. He would just kind of like have, he would like spill the tea. He would like drag everyone, but like in a playful way, you know what I mean? That's my vision for Eggman.
Really? Fun is just about to begin. Bingo!
Bingo! The way the Tails says bingo is killing me. Bingo! Tails is really adorable. When he's not being annoying, he's really cute. Bingo! That was cute. We need a new Sonic game, by the way. Like, can we just talk about the fact that there hasn't really been a Sonic game in a while? When was the last Sonic game? Was it Forces? I haven't played Sonic Forces though. But when was the last Sonic game? I'm pretty sure it was Forces, right? Sonic Mania, I want to play it. I have it on my list. I'll eventually play it for sure. I really loved what they did with Sonic Mania though. I like that they took a fan-made project and they were like, actually, let's fund it. Like, let's give you the green light to do it. Rather than, you know, rather than like taking it down and letting it die or whatever. Like, I really like that they were like, you know what, let's hire you actually, because you're pretty great. Oh, Kath coming in with a hydrate, yes. Let me actually go to the bathroom because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pee myself if I take another sip of. Oh no, I missed Chalora's comment. I wanted to see your haircut and Ruby, it slaps. Aw, thank you. If you can still hear me, Chalora, thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you're well. Here's your hydrate, Kath. Thank you so much, Chalora. I was scrolling. Let's just say that the coffee flushed out more than I thought it was gonna flush out. Moving on.
Look at all those Eggman robots.
I'll take care of them.
You got coffee brewing? Ooh, yes. Well, it's nice that you mentioned coffee, because I am sponsored and partnered with a Black and LGBTQIA plus owned coffee company called grindingcoffee.co. And if you go to their website and you use the promo code ProjectRuby in all caps, you get 13% off of your purchase. Free shipping in the United States. They have a lot of different varieties of coffee. They have a lot of sample packs as well for like flavored coffees, for coffee from like different countries and stuff like that. So definitely, I'm super excited to get my coffee. I don't know when it's gonna get here, because, you know, COVID and shipping and all that. But, yeah, very excited to be working with them for sure. You can do !GC for grinding coffee. And, Not this. Not this. So yeah, if you're a coffee lover, definitely give them a try. I'm very excited to try their coffee myself, because I love me some coffee. I try to get myself a mug every day. A juicy mug every single day. So I'm very, very excited. And you know, by purchasing through my link, you can support me, you can support them, and it's a lovely back and forth. But enough about our sponsored content. You're always worried you're going to get blood in your coffee stream? Wait, you're gonna get coffee in your bloodstream? Is that what you're trying to say? Because you don't want blood in your coffee. I know I wouldn't. Whee! This is actually being a very delightful run of Team Sonic.
Be careful not to fall.
I love that I'm calling it a run. As if it's like a speed run or something. It's not. It's a casual playthrough. Casual run, if you will.
Bingo!
You drink so much coffee, you think you're made of it now? Aww. How many cups do you think you drink a day? At max, I only drink one. I'm not, I like coffee. I like the taste of it with a bit of sugar and such. But I can't say that I drink a lot of it. I really don't. I drink like once a day. Sometimes I don't drink coffee, but usually around like 3 to 4 p.m. I need like a mug of coffee, and it will help me have energy for the rest of the day. If I don't, I'll just get groggy for the rest of the day. I feel like that's the time where I feel like I would probably need a nap. You know what I mean? But I've never really taken, like, besides when I was like a child, right? And I don't remember doing it. I don't really like napping. I will gladly sleep for like 8 hours or 9 hours, but naps aren't really for me, I must say. With wait, you drink coffee with chocolate milk? That's actually genius. That's pretty much like a mocha, right? Essentially. I love that. I've never thought of doing that. You have a milk frother? I'm not familiar with that English word, but I used to work at a coffee shop. So is it that thing, like a metal thing that you have at the end of your coffee maker, and you just like put a thing of milk in there and it like steams the milk? Is that, or does that have a different name? It doesn't, like, it warms up the milk. That's probably the frother. But I don't know the English name for it. It's that. Oh my god, yes. That's a pain to kill. That's a pain to clean. If you don't clean it right away, that's a fucking pain to clean. I remember sometimes I would forget at work because I was so busy doing a lot of orders. And it would just like accumulate like a crust. It was kind of nasty. But very quick and very efficient. Do you like a lot of foam when you do that? Like with your milk? Oh shit. Or do you, because I remember some people were like, oh, please don't get any foam in there when we would do lattes and stuff. And so people would be like, I love foam, please. Which one are you? Which kind of, you're not that picky, yeah. I just asked because, like, I know a good trick to get a lot of foam. If you put milk in your fridge, basically the cold temperature and the warmth of the froth thing. Excuse me. But yeah, the cold temperature of the fridge and the warmth of the frother makes it so that it makes more foam. That's a good trick. We would do that for like cappuccinos and stuff, because that's usually like basically half a mug of like foam. I was not very good at it though, at the foam part of it all. And our coffee wasn't that great at that coffee shop, by the way. Just so you know. It was like not low tier, it was like mid tier coffee. I remember when I went when I started working there, it was like mid / top tier, but then like after a while they just switched it to a slightly cheaper version of that, and I was like, oh, this is not that great anymore. But it's really cheap. Like I remember it was like 60 cents for like a shot of espresso, and it like you could, for the same price, you could literally ask for like an Americano, for example. So for like 60 cents you could literally have like are you kidding me? Remember when I said this was a pleasant playthrough? The tide is turning. The tides are changing. The roles are reversing. I'm starting to regret this a little bit. Not regret this, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not super picky either. Like, you would be surprised. Like, there's like people can be so picky about the littlest things. Like very, very picky and very like specific about things that don't really change that much about like the thing that you're doing. Like I get it, like they're paying for it, they want it in their like specific exact way. But some people are so picky. Like like when I say picky, picture the pickiest person you know and like 10 times worse. Because some people really, like, they're, like, impossible. I remember I would ask, like, even for espresso, we would ask, like, generally speaking, it would be, like, half a shot. Because that's, like, usually the normal length. But damn it! But sometimes people would want, like, a French shot, which is like basically like nothing. It's like almost nothing. And some people would ask for like the full shot, like the little. It's not like a shot glass, but it's similar. It's like a tiny little cup. And they would ask for it to be full, or sometimes they would ask for like a big mug or whatever it would be. Like it's the same price, so they would do it. Very rarely they would ask for iced coffee though, because in Portugal there isn't really that much of an iced coffee culture. People just like take their shot of coffee, maybe with a pastry at the counter sometimes, like before they go to work. Like it's very, like it's not really like not a lot of people like actually sit down and have like their coffee, or they very rarely people take their coffee on the go. You know what I mean? it's not super, it's not within our culture, I guess. But people would get very like specific about their orders sometimes, and I would be like, okay, that's not. Oh yeah, and sometimes like we would say like, oh, you want normal size for that, like, and what that means is like half a shot. And they would literally sometimes be like, yeah, yeah, and then you would give their order to them, and they would be like, that is not normal, and I was like, yeah. It is. And they were like, no, to me, normal is a little over half. And I would be like, okay. I can't be rude to you even though you're an asshole. Like, it was so annoying. Like, some people were really annoying. And I lost Tails right now, and I need him the most. This is terrible. Where is Tails when I need him? Tails, please. Wait, let me try to get my Team Blast. Let me see if there's any boxes or something that I could hit. They took Tails away from me. Can you believe? Okay. Let's reset that and use the Team Blast. Let me waste the Team Blast real quick to get Tails back from the dead. What a waste. What a waste. But yeah, that's the not so fun part about working in the food industry. Like, it really gives you a harsh reminder that sometimes people are fucking assholes over the littlest things, over things that don't matter, you know? And they will act like you getting their order slightly wrong is like the cause of their doom. The cause of like you ruined their day, you know? And it's like, sis, it's not that deep. You can always tell when someone, absolutely, you can always tell when someone has never worked customer service. And that's the absolute truth. You know what the sad thing is? Like, sometimes people who do work in the customer service, they want to be that shitty customer. Or they almost take out their frustrations on other customer service workers. Because, like, they get so much shit at their own job that they give other people shit at their job, if that makes sense. I remember sometimes I would get frustrated because I would be like, these bitches, they work at the same mall as we do. And they're like acting this way, knowing that, you know, they know how hard it is to work this kind of job, but they still choose to act this way. Like, to me, it was always like so frustrating. Because to me, it's easy to accept that, like, okay, I get it. This bitch has never worked a customer service job in a day of their lives. You know what I mean? But there's people who have worked those kinds of jobs, and they're like, why are you like this? Like, you should know not to be an asshole. You know, like, where's your empathy? I mean, I guess you should have empathy whether or not you worked at a customer service job. Like, you should be nice to whoever is, like, you know, working for you or serving you in that moment. You know, like, it shouldn't be a matter of like, oh yeah, you need to work in order for, like, have empathy. But I do agree with a lot of people that say that, like, after you graduate high school, it should be, like, mandatory for people to have a year off, like, before they go to college, where, like, they have to work, like, a customer service kind of job so that they learn people skills, they get integrated into the work field, and they, you know, they have an idea of how, like, how it works to, like, be like a working class citizen. I guess not citizen, a working class individual, right? So they would know, like, you know, how hard people work. I think that would be really fierce. Like, I feel like a lot of people could use, like, at least, like, during the summer, right? At least during, like, those, like, couple months before a new year of school starts. or before they have to go to college or whatever. I think it would be really fierce if they had like a month or two to work in like that industry so that they know what that life is like, you know? Because some people really don't have a clue, and it shows. And it really shows.
We know who's going to win. Get them.
Oh, not this. All right, hopefully we won't fall off the level this time.
Come on, Eggman. Wanna play?
Be careful, son.
This one isn't as bad
Take care of
as the other Eggman level that we experienced earlier on today's stream. That one was really bad. That one was really tragic. We tried so many times. We had like 4 continues or something, right? It was so tragic. It really was a moment. It was such a sad moment. We tried so hard. And in the end, it didn't even matter. Not me quoting Linkin Park. Who am I? My brother used to like love their music. It's funny because like I did not connect at all with the type of music that he listened to, but I listened to a lot of like Linkin Park and like Slipknot, a lot of that shit that I do not enjoy necessarily. But I just grew up listening to it, which is ironic because, you know, that is definitely not my scene. But I did grow up with that kind of music because my brother used to listen to it a lot. He would occasionally listen to like top 40 like radio, like he would have that on, I guess. But generally he would listen to a lot of like dance music. He would listen to like, yeah, Linkin Park, Slipknot. Definitely a lot of Slipknot he would listen to. Probably Eminem as well. Like he probably listened to that as well. Oh shit. Definitely a lot of the cool music that I guess people that were born in like the 80s grew up listening to or whatever, you know? Oh, I don't like these. We're not doing that. Meanwhile, I literally couldn't listen to the faggiest music even if I tried. Like, Jesus. Like, I would always go for like Britney. I would always go for like the Pussycat Dolls, Christina Aguilera, Girlicious. I know that's kind of a niche one because not a lot of people know them, but definitely that. Occasionally like Justin Timberlake and like basically anyone that crossed paths with like my faves, I would end up like kind of listening to them. And then I became a Glee, the Glee gay archetype. Like I feel like for a while I would almost specifically only listen to like Glee music. As sad as that sounds. I mean, it wasn't sad at the time. It was great. Speaking of Glee, did y'all hear the news about Naya? Apparently, I don't know if there's any updates to that story. But Naya Rivera, she's known mostly for her work on Glee, and she's gone missing. Like she went swimming. Like she had a boat, or she rented a boat or something, and she went swimming with her son, and he was the only one who came back to the boat. Like she never came back. So I think they're doing searches today or something. It's a really sad story to wake up to. She played Santana on the show, for those of you who did watch Glee. So you know, not the happiest news to wake up to, for sure, but I hope they find her, and I hope she's okay. That's the least. That's, oh my god, especially for her son, like, he's so young, like, that. I feel super bad for him too, obviously. The Tea Party was the first band that was your favorite, and not just what your siblings put on the radio. Aww, I get ya. Mine was the Pussycat Dolls. That was the first, like, people that I stand, like, outside of, like, you know, I would go out of my way to, like, download their music videos, to, like, download, I would go to their fan website, like, multiple times a day, and I would, like, download performances, like, old performances, new performances, TV appearances, interviews, like, all of it. I was definitely, it was such a lovely time in my life. That was such a highlight. I remember specifically, I had to get, like, surgery for a hernia. And I remember,
What's up with that train?
yeah, oh shit. This was like probably 2006, actually. And their song Buttons was out. And I remember I was looking for that video, because at the time, YouTube wasn't really a thing, as far as I remember. Maybe it was, but I don't remember looking for music videos on YouTube. I had a program that was like LimeWire. Do you remember those types of programs? It was like, there was one called Emule. There was like LimeWire. There was a ton of that shit at the time. And I remember you would look into, like, this was one that had video, though. They had videos on it, which was very dangerous. Like, sometimes you would look into, like, you wanted a music video, you would get, like, porn. So you had to be really careful about your picks, about the things that you would download. And I remember I looked up their Buttons music video, and I remember getting a performance video, and I was like, ooh. And then I remember seeing at the bottom of the video, there was like a tag for the website. It was like PCD World. I still remember it. PCDworld.co.uk. And I would go to that website every single day. I would download like their music videos from there. I would download like performance videos, all of that, all of the stuff that I just talked about. And yeah, it all came from like me being like at home recovering from like a hernia surgery, and just like living my best life. Oh shit! While my brother wasn't taking over the computer because he was at work, or I think he was at work by then. Are you kidding me? Because that was my happiest time, you know? Like, we only had one home computer, we had one desktop computer, and I could only use it if my brother wasn't at home, because he was always spending his time on his computer, because it was technically his computer, and he would not fail to remind me of that fact either. So I would always be super excited when he would like either go out with his friends, or, you know, if he was in a mood to like play on the PlayStation or something, I would be like, can I? And he would be like, yeah, sure. It's like I would crawl on the computer, and then it was always the saddest thing, like being the younger sibling. It was like whenever he didn't feel like playing games anymore, he would be like, okay, I want to go out to my computer, and I would be like, oh. It was like so sad. Cause like I didn't really have a choice. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, okay. I guess I just have to stop everything that I'm doing because you want to go to the computer. It's fine. I remember being so excited when I finally got my own. I got a laptop. Oh, that was such a creepy voice. Knuckles, why do you do this to me? Where the... Where is the other... Oh, there's the switch. I was like, where's the fucking switch?
There they are.
Eggman's robot.
Literally so rude.
Me, Sonic.
Come on, Knuckles. Do your thing, honey. Oh, these rails are so easy to fall off of. So easy to fall off of. Wait, something is not working. Okay, there you go. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be looping.
All those armored
Oh
trains.
god.
No time to waste here. Let's go.
I know this is very slow as Tails, but I don't want to fall off the level, okay? I know this is not the exciting action that you were expecting from like a Sonic game, but listen, I have to be... Oh no, not this. I have to be really careful so I don't fall off the level, okay? This is the kind of precautions I have to take. This is the kind of precautions I have to take, okay? In order for me to not repeat myself over and over and over again. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Oh, not this. I wanted for Knuckles to get that power up. Whatever. Does it matter in the end?
The rails.
Oh shit.
Pulling out all the tricks.
I couldn't really see. I couldn't really tell because there were rails like right underneath. And I was like, oh, I guess they did fall. I was like, oh.
Leave it to me. Yay.
Hiya. An icon. Gaming icon? Perhaps. Maybe so. Oh god. I feel so uneasy doing this part as Sonic. It really is spooky. Okay, let me switch for Tails. I'm really not confident playing this part as Sonic. Even though it takes all of the momentum away. I could have just skipped a bunch of the level by just jumping down, but I wasn't feeling my speedrunner fantasy. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just do that.
All right.
I was like, I don't know if I want to risk it. Ooh. Caught it. Never really dropped it. It got stuck in my arm, in my chair arm. Never actually fell from my hands. Which is good. Which is great, you know. I saw a screenshot on Twitter and I got excited, but I don't think it was an official screenshot. I thought it was something about like the PlayStation 5 and like backwards compatibility, but I think it was like a fan-made thing. But yeah, or it was like a thumbnail. Uh-oh. Twitch fucked up again, guys. Surprise, surprise.
Guess we're heading in the right direction.
So from what I gathered, I was looking a little bit into it when I was in my bathroom break. And I just saw a couple more tweets about it. So apparently, Twitch put out like a social media video situation being like, support black creators, Black Lives Matter, all that fun stuff, right? And apparently the video mostly features white creators and it's narrated by a white person. So people are like, wait a minute. Like, isn't this like very like what's the word? Hypocritical? Like, aren't you supposed to, like, you're saying we should support black creators, but you're highlighting white creators? Like, you're not doing what you're asking people to do. So, and this comes after Twitch having their moment, posting like a video about like pride and stuff, and being like, the G in LGBTQIA plus also stands for gamer, and people were like, no it doesn't, shut up. So I don't know what Twitch's social media team is thinking. I don't know if they're trying to get that good old outrage marketing going on. I don't know what they're doing, but whatever they're doing, they need to do better. Whatever it is that they're doing, they need to fix it, because this is not it. And we might talk about this on Breakfast at Ruby's if we continue to if this continues to happen. Is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. I was like, is Breakfast at Ruby's tomorrow? No, it's not. It's on Friday. It's on Saturday. I'm gonna tweet about all the details about it very soon. Like, possibly tomorrow, actually. Or, like, early Saturday. But I have, I'm very excited for the people that I've... Oh, wait a minute. For the people that are booked for that episode. Because, I haven't had either of them on my show before. Did I do it? I think so. Yeah. I almost just launched myself off of the level. It's great. It's great. We're doing amazing, sweeties. Not a Windows notification, excuse you. At least it's not like an update. Oh no. I almost just got run over. A lot is going on at the moment. A lot is going on. Send help. Yes. Come on, V formation. We don't really have much of a choice, do we? Let's go. Let's go. What is he saying? Take this? Is he saying take this, take this? Hi, yeah. And by firing that thing, we mean let's jump into it and launch ourselves into the oblivion. I just love the fact that we're able to control which side we're getting launched to. Like, mid us being launched into the galaxy, we're like, let me go to the right. Let me go to the left. Let me choose my angles properly. I'm in a mood to do this. Oh god. Oh god. Same, Knuckles. Same. That was a very dangerous mood. That was a very dangerous moment. They put us in. This is a really long level. I'm like, this is taking quite a while for us to get through. Yeah, let's do Tails' route. Oh no. In order for you to get more length out of his jump, you should do this. Fun trick for the girls. Because if you do this immediately, this runs out fairly quickly. Look at me giving you like strats. Oh no, not this. Then I get stuck in a rail. Which completely invalidates any kind of advice that I gave about the game.
Let's jump to the car ahead as we destroy him.
Okay.
All right.
I just play very, very safely. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I lived for moments like this. You know, in games they love a train moment. Like you have to jump from train to train. You're fighting on top of these train tracks. Like I was living for this. I know for a fact as a kid I probably was like living for this entire situation.
Watch out.
We found it. Now, Knuckles, destroy that engine core. Got it.
Oh, not Knuckles again.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, let me have Tails. I'm afraid. Oh, this is lovely.
Each time the bobsled takes on damage, one character is thrown off the bobsled.
We can do this.
Decreases if
Oh.
Sonic is thrown
Oh, I thought I was gonna fall off.
the bobsled won't be able to jump.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, there's some lasers.
We're about to
Oh.
crash.
I was like, I don't know where to go. When it comes to these later levels, I don't remember like a lot of details. So sometimes I'm like, uh-oh, I don't remember what we're supposed to do here. I'm gonna say this, we didn't do that bad. Oh shit, I thought we were gonna fall off right now. I was like, not as I say we didn't do that bad. I was like, please, for the love of God. Don't make it so that I sound like a dum-dum. I was like, please let's not do this. Oh, cute. Hey guys, it's me, Tails. And today we're doing a solo run of Sonic Heroes. Oh god. No, not me losing the key to get another emerald.
Oh no.
Straight ahead of us. All right, here we go.
Come on. I missed all of it. Yes, Eggman's base. Very anticlimactic. Like, you would think that Eggman's base would be something, like, fancier, you know? This is definitely not giving me, like, dramatic Eggman
I didn't use
base.
all my strength.
Me getting a D. Hey, listen. In times like these, getting a D isn't the worst thing you could get. You know what I mean? Definitely not the worst predicament to be in. If I do say so myself. I feel like we're catching up fairly quickly to Team Dark's playthrough. I know we're still a few levels behind, because I think we still have like the I think we still have the jungle level, if I'm not mistaken, after this, and then there's the spooky level, which is where we were with Team Dark.
Ready.
Oh, not this. Not this. Oh, nope. Come on. Get her, Jade. Part 1 complete. Hey, I was on the left side.
Now we gotta attack the body.
I was on the left side. I wasn't on the right side. Is this safe? Oh yeah, this is safe. This is safe. We're just taking a ride, you know? Eggman is just giving us a ride to our next location. It's all fine and dandy. I actually can't see where we're at. So I hope I can do this before we get into some rails, because sometimes the game drops you at really awkward positions.
Is that it?
And you're like, sis, this is not the T. Oh, shit. Please don't let me die just now. I don't mind these levels though, when Eggman is like running away and you're kind of like running and catching up with him. Like, I don't mind these actually. Like, these aren't that bad to me. Oh, well. Except when that happens. No, but yeah, these aren't that bad. Oh shit. There's definitely worse boss fights. Like, I don't like those when we're like stuck in like a circle and you have to fight a bunch of them, because like you can easily fall off. Oh, come on. We're so close. Come here. Oh shit. But yeah, these aren't that bad. You just have to like catch up and run and kill. You know, it's not that difficult. Especially, I guess, in this perspective, because Team Dark is a little bit harder with every level. This one isn't that difficult. It's more like you kind of have to play it safe, because if you don't, you might fall off the level. But other than that, it's not that bad. There are worse levels.
Eggman, you know you can't win.
I love that Sonic is like almost doing the splits. Did you see that? He was like almost doing the splits, like, this is as far as I can go, girls. I can't go any further than this. Which is a mood. I'm not flexible at all. Never been. I don't think I've ever been able to touch my knees. To touch my feet. I'm able to touch my knees, not my feet.
Watch as I conquer the world with my air fleet, and this time you can't stop me.
Drat, a trap to stall for time. Sonic,
It's not an Eggman robot. Sonic, Knuckles, wait for me.
When Tails figured it out, but nobody listened to him.
Successfully copied.
Metal Sonic, whoa! Fun fact, I was like, who the fuck is he? What is this? Like, I did not know about Metal Sonic. Or, I mean, I didn't really, like, associate it with, like, Sonic and Knuckles and all that. I was like, who the fuck is this? I do not know her. Who the fuck is Heather? It's very... Oh! Come on, Nausea. Oh, not this. This isn't the worst level though. Like the jungle level, I feel like this isn't really kind of like hated. I feel like the spooky level, okay. I feel like the spooky level is more of like where the struggle resides. You know? Because there's a lot of shenanigans that happens with that one. Like, there's ghosts. Oh, okay. There's, like, ghosts. There's switches. There's bullshit. There's shenanigans. So, oh, let me pull a speed runner and just try to skip half of this rail and fail miserably, and okay, there you go. I probably wasted more time attempting that than I did if I actually did the proper way. I'm the anti-speed runner. I just do things like I take double the time as things are supposed to take. I didn't remember these many like frame drops playing this game. Like, I don't remember this game having like these issues. I definitely don't remember. Not that I was probably paying attention to that kind of stuff as a kid, you know what I mean? Like, when you're a kid, you don't really know, you don't even know what a frame drop is. Like, you probably have an idea of like, oh, this is unpleasant. But you don't really know that it's like a frame drop. You don't know if it's like how the game's running and all that stuff. Oh. Yes. My jump button is kind of fucked. Like the X button on my controller is kind of fucked. So sometimes I press it and I'm like, why is nothing happening? It's not that it's nothing happening, it's like sometimes it kind of gets stuck, which is lovely, you know? A lovely moment, a lovely experience if you ask me. But that's what you get when you're playing with an OG PS2, honey. Like, it's actually the OG. Like, it's not the Slim. None of that. I mean, she's a little noisy, you know, but she still works, which is lovely. I can still play the games that I grew up with, for the most part. And I say for the most part, because, like, I don't have all the games that I grew up with. Like, some of them, we probably threw them away, or we probably borrowed them to other people and they never returned them. Like, it just happens, you know? Some of them were pirated. I mean, what? PS2 was really easy to pirate. Not that I'm not condemning, I'm not condoning, I'm not supporting that. Obviously. But it was notorious for how easy it was to, like, to pirate. But anyway. You know what a random ass game that I want to play? I don't think I put it on my list. But I want to play, like, Raw versus SmackDown. Or something like that. Like, I want to play one of those. Like, make my own character. Because those were actually kind of fun. A lot of mask energy. But I loved playing, like, as the divas. No matter, you know, no wonder, you know. To no one's surprise, I loved playing, like, as the divas. Do I remember their names? Not really. There was, like, Trish Stratus or something. I remember there was Melina. She was, like, she was in this trio, and it was, like, two guys, and they were, like, a tag team, and she was, like, one of their girlfriends, and she always did the splits. Like, that was her thing. Like, everyone had, like, a specific entrance choreography that they did, and she always did the splits. Like, I remember she always had that stunt. Like, she would climb the ring, and before she would go in, like, she would, like, jump into the splits, and she would go under the ropes into the I was gonna say into the stage, into the ring. She was fierce. I liked her, and her boyfriend was super hot. I was like, oh yes, I'm here for Miss Thing. I remember I liked, I think her name was like Maria or something. She was on the Celebrity Apprentice at the time. Obviously before I knew anything about Trump. Oh shit. Back when he was a reality star. And I remember I was like rooting for her. I was like, yes, queen. I think she might have been in the same season as Aubrey from Danity Kane. I think they were. Maybe. I could be mistaken. But I remember, like, when those shows would air, I was always rooting for the girl. I was like, yes, girl. Because they were always, like, so sexist. Like, I mean, are you surprised? But they would always be, like, rooting for the, like, the guys on the show. They would always, like, not promote, what's the right word for it? They would praise the guys on those shows. And the women were always like, they were always labeled as like emotional and dramatic and whatever, you know what I mean? Again, not shocked, but you know. The unfortunately realities of reality TV back then. I'm sure there's still shitty reality TV that portrays women in not so great light, but what can you do besides not watching and not actively supporting those shows, I guess?
Didn't use all my strength.
But I do like those like random reality shows where like celebrities from like all walks of life are like in a show. That's why I kind of like Dancing with the Stars. I just like this idea of like random niche celebrities getting like a random group of niche D-list kind of celebrities getting together. Although I wouldn't consider Normani like D-list, and she was on Dancing with the Stars, but you know what I mean.
Here we go. There they are.
Eggman's robots.
Leave them to me, Sonic.
Oh no. I hate this guy. This one kept ruining my Team Dark playthrough. That's why I switched to Team Sonic, because those kept killing me. The fucking hammers. Oh shit. Can I please? Can I just? I did kind of like the second part to it. There were like these frogs, they like kill things around them. So like the environment goes like all like shitty, like everything just like rots. I thought that was a cute like balance.
Timing is everything when we attack.
Because the first one, like the frogs would always like make things grow and things would flourish, and this one is like everything goes to shit. Like, there's something iconic about that, you know? Come on, Knuckles. Okay, that took a lot of work. I could just skip this enemy, mind you, but, you know. What's the fun in that, right? I keep, like, turning on and off my fan. Because there's something about like the air going directly into you, like I feel like it's not like healthy. There you go. I still don't know what Knuckles is saying there. I still don't know if he's saying, I think he's saying like, I have no idea actually. I was gonna say, it sounds like he's saying like, shit, rock. But I don't think that's what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying exactly. Probably not shit. He's probably not saying shit. He wouldn't. He wouldn't.
We're not going there, are we? Yes, we
Oh yes, honey. Sonic is like, too bad, Knuckles. Woohoo! Fuck your fear of heights. Which is ironic, because like Knuckles levels. Oh, excuse me. Oh, maybe I can save myself? Nope. 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 Not today. Not today, we're not. But it's kind of ironic because Knuckles always, he would always do the gliding levels. He would always like climb these buildings and shit, and now he's like afraid of heights. That doesn't sound on brand. Mihan, hi.
Did you guys hear a croak?
Sonic Heroes, yes, Sonic Heroes. How are you, Mihan? It's nice to see you. Definitely mistyped that as O. That O as an A the first time I wrote that message. Sonic. Sonic. Sonic Heroes. I feel like Sonic himself would approve of the Sonic memes. You typed Sonic herpes? Oh, oh me, oh my.
Leave it to me.
Alright, Mihan. Listen, are you trying to tell us something? It's okay, we don't judge around here.
There's that black frog again.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I thought I was gonna fall to my death. As I fell many, many times. But yeah, today we're enjoying, and by we I am enjoying some. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying it too. But yeah, we're enjoying some Sonic Heroes. You know, after a few attempts of me failing at Team Dark, we went back to Team Sonic. We started actually from scratch, so we're actually doing a decent amount of progress, considering we just started Team Sonic's playthrough. But yeah, we're doing great. Hope you're doing well.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Final Fantasy VII as well, but I figured I would give us a little bit of a break from that, like so I don't stream that game every day. So I figured on the off day we would play some like lighter games like Sonic Heroes and other things, and eventually at some point like games that I could probably beat in one sitting. Just so it's like Final Fantasy games are so long, so like I wouldn't want to like stream that every single day because God knows how long that's gonna take. So I feel like every other day that I stream I could do that and like kind of do a little bit of a back and forth, a little bit of variety, you know. I can't not do variety. That's my thing. Like I can't focus on one game or one game series or whatever it is. Like I really thrive on like changing it up.
There's that blower again.
Should we use it to fly again?
But yeah, do you like Sonic Heroes, Mihan? Did you grow up with it?
Yes. Shaw.
Shaw. Okay, Hannah Montana. Didn't she say like Shaw? It wasn't Hannah Montana, it was Miley. Na 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 da 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 da. What's that song? There's nothing saying about you. You're here, you're new. Da, da. I da da da. Na 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 na. And then like in between verses she would be like Shaw. I'm pretty sure. When you got this game growing up, you stayed up all night playing it. Oh, it was a school night. You made yourself sick. Oh no. Yeah, this game was lovely. I think it's still lovely, but you know, as an adult, I'm able to recognize the various flaws in it. I'm pretty sure as a kid you know the flaws as well, but you know. I feel like as a kid you probably think that you're the one who's like screwing up.
Sonic, take care of this.
Excuse you. I literally did what the game told me to do,
May have some control over the flower as it goes.
which was to press square in order for Sonic to do the ring thingy. And lo and behold, he does not do the ring thingy. And he completely fucks me over. Thanks a lot, Sonic. Literally, the one time I trust you. This is why Sonic would totally be a prank YouTuber if he was a YouTuber. Because he's not to be trusted. And that's the tea. Every Sonic game is flawed except for Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, don't get me started on Sonic Adventure 2. I liked it. I did not. That final boss was like a fucking headache. I have a clip of it when I finally beat it, where it was like an orgasm-like feeling of like, finally we did it. I actually don't remember if it was the boss fight. It was the final boss fight, but I remember it was a boss fight. And it was such a pain in my ass. I don't remember what it was. It was like a lizard-like creature, I think. There were like little rails that you could take to hit to its head. And then like there's this part where you become an orb. Like you're inside of an orb just like floating. Oh my god, it's so fucking awful. But other than that, I actually really liked Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 1 is still kind of like my one and only. Not one and only, but it's my fave out of the two. Because I did grow up with Sonic 1, with Adventure 1. I'm not trusting Sonic again, girl. I would rather trust Tails than trust Sonic again. Usually just play the hero story for the bangers. You've never played Sonic Adventure 1? Okay, it's glitchy. It's a little repetitive. But I like that you can play as more characters. So I wish they had a game, like, honestly, if they had a third Sonic Adventure game, it would have been perfection, because they would have taken elements that made Sonic Adventure 1 iconic and elements that made Adventure 2 iconic. Because, like, from Sonic Adventure 1, you can play as different characters. Like, you can play Sonic's playthrough, you can play as Tails, as Knuckles, Amy, Gamma, and Big the Cat. I don't think I missed anyone. Knuckles.
There's that frog again.
But the thing about that one is that it's a little repetitive, because basically you play the same levels as almost... Not this. Oh, you saw Squidzy play. Okay, then you don't need to hear me babble on about Stream Babylon by Lady Gaga, but you don't need to hear me babble on about how it works. Oh shit, okay. No, not this. I have 15 lives? Where did that come from? Yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 is quite the journey. I recommend it, but I just know it's gonna be a classic Sonic experience where it's gonna be like glitchy. It's gonna be quirky for sure. It's gonna be a little annoying. But for the most part, it's pretty doable. Like, it's not like... I don't think you're gonna get super frustrated at anything. At least not that I remember. I don't think there's like any super frustrating parts. Well, there is Big the Cat. The fishing minigame, I feel like until you kind of master how it is, then it's a fucking struggle. But once you kind of get the hang of it, it's fairly quick. I mean, Knuckles' levels are pretty annoying as well. But it's not as bad as Adventure 2, I feel. Because Adventure 2's was like randomized, so like it was really annoying. But with Adventure 1, the Knuckles levels, you actually, they're always in the same places, so you can find the second gem first, and then you can find the third one, and then the first one. With Adventure 2, it's like you have to get the first one. Did he say shit? Not my day, because me commentating over this game. Yeah, Knuckles and Rouge in Adventure 2 is a fucking nightmare. I hated it so much. There was this one specific level where it was like, oh, speaking of Rouge, hey Brandon. Pink goddess? Well, not anymore. She's more of an orange goddess right now. But hi.
Full of surprises.
Long time no see, boys. Too bad you had to come all this way.
Knuckles in Sonic Adventure 2 is like, sometimes this will, yeah. I'm trying to get into speedrunning Sonic Adventure 2 and the Knuckles levels kills me. Yeah. I was watching a speed run of Adventure 2. They were doing the is it the villain route? Dark route? Whatever it is. The one with Eggman and Shadow and Rouge. And they were doing that one, and apparently, enjoy your lurk, Kath. Nothing says gotta go fast like a fishing minigame. Yeah, right.
What was with that hedgehog that looked like my twin?
What was I saying? Tangerine Queen, yes. Come on, Tangerine. But, oh yeah, they basically memorized, there's a bunch of different combinations. So essentially you have to like look at the clues from like the monitors, like there's, oh, not this. And based on those clues, like you have an idea of like, oh, I know exactly where that is. But it's very, they were talking about how like it's RNG, so it's like there's so many different combinations they could go with, and it's really annoying because you could get very lucky and very unlucky. So you know, but that's exciting that you're getting into speedrunning it. You have to basically memorize all the possible locations and clues, yeah. And there's a lot.
Hey guys, chill out.
Those levels were the bane of my existence. I do not like those in Adventure 2. In the first Adventure game, it's fine, because like you can stumble into the other one. But the Knuckles and Rouge levels are fucking disgusting in Adventure 2. Hi, Ruin! You heard that too? Yeah. Ugh. The Knuckles levels are terrible. The randomness is terrible for speedrunners. Yeah. They basically have to memorize all the different locations, which is probably super annoying.
Sonic, you sure this is the right way?
And even then, there's levels where, like,
This way. This has gotta be the
they're
right
like, the level is huge, so like they could either like spawn pretty close or they can spawn like super far away from each other, and it's really fucking annoying, I would assume. I need to get more water. You've been here. Oh, do not worry. Enjoy your lurk. As fun as fun. As long as you're here, I enjoy. I appreciate. Applying for jobs. Ooh, good luck. Good luck finding anything anything iconic. I was watching your VOD the other day, because I was like, damn it, I haven't been able to watch Ruin, because you stream so late for me, and I was watching your VOD. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing, but you were playing like Final Fantasy 3. How are you liking it? I love the chibi art style for that game. How are you liking it? I saw little bits and pieces, but I didn't want to get spoiled on anything because I haven't played that game fully, and I want to play it on stream one day. So I didn't really get myself spoiled too much, but I was enjoying like your chatting part and all that stuff. But yeah, while you reply, let me quickly grab another bottle of water. Oh my god. Last stream was awful. Chalora was dead for like 3 bosses, and the last boss was scary. Oh my god, you're so far into the game. Did you end up beating it? Because like I said, I didn't really... Oh no, you said you gotta level them, so I assume you're gonna be going for a round 2 for that last boss. Oh no, this level is such a mess.
Hey, you surprised me.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 3, I really like, I like the art style for 3 and 4. The Steam version of those is really cute. I love that. It's like, it's basically a port of the DS versions, which I really enjoy. I hope they do more of those. It would be really cute if they did that for like Final Fantasy 1 and 2.
This case is locked.
You know, I want 6. Like 6 just looks cool. I feel like if they did a proper remake, it would look incredible. And by proper remake, I mean like Final Fantasy 7 remake kind of thing. Especially because that game is like, I've never played it,
Normal now.
but I've heard really good things about that game. Someone's calling me. Not now. Not this. I don't know the number though. Do I pick up? I don't pick up the call. I don't know the number. Why would I pick up, right? It's probably like a salesperson. No. Sorry, girl. Me turning down a possible job opportunity? No, it's probably not that. I haven't been applying for jobs, so it's not a future career detriment. You're nowhere near the end of the game. Oh, okay.
Level up.
The last boss you did. Oh, sorry. It was such luck that last stream. I'm a lucky person. God won't let me win the lottery, but he'll let me beat video game bosses. Yeah, I mean sometimes with games like Final Fantasy, like even if you're not at the right level, sometimes with a little bit of strategy and a lot of item usage, you can get around it, you know? You can get around it a little bit. It isn't always like ideal. It's a little bit stressful at times, but sometimes you can get yourself around a sticky situation with those games by just like being careful and like very strategic. It's probably better to do that than to like grind on stream, because that's very annoying to do. I can't wait for the last boss. Aw. Are you how are you liking the game? Are you not enjoying it a lot?
Let's leave it to Sonic.
Oh, not this. Can I? Okay. Sonic is so unreliable for that, for the rings thing. Oh, not this.
Let's go.
Try going down there.
Welcome back, Spinblend. You took a small unplanned nap, and I'm like, is it tomorrow? Did I move? Am I in a different country? Was any of this real that I just dreamed of? The funny thing, like I don't really nap, but when I do, I usually lucid dream. So it's always like, oh, not this. It was so much better in my dream. You love the Final Fantasy series and they finally introduced the job system in this game. Yeah. But like all the NPCs were like, you have to use Scholar, and they were useless, and we beat the boss anyway. Oh, I see. I see. Is it your first time playing 3, or have you played through all of them? Because I love the Final Fantasy series, but there's so many that I either started a bunch of times and never finished, or just never played at all. There's just a couple here and there that I've never even... No, I'm pretty sure I started all of them at some point or another, but I just never beat a bunch of them. The first few I never... Like, I beat the first one, which was... I didn't like it that much. I played the GBA version, and I used the guide all the way through, because like I felt like I was gonna get lost so many times, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna open Game Facts, and I'm gonna open a guide, and I'm just gonna follow whatever they tell me to do, like level up this character, do this, go that way. But I almost didn't like it because it was very like, I just followed instructions. I didn't really play.
Too cool.
But I'm probably not gonna touch that game unless they properly, like, they make like a remake of some sorts, or like a remaster. It would be so cool if they did like the first Final Fantasy, if they did a proper remake of that, because like you could literally go anywhere with that. There's no proper like characters, you know what I mean? Like the characters are basically like warrior, mage, whatever. Like you could do so much out of it and build so much on it, you know what I mean?
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Good thing I watched a playthrough of this recently, because I did not remember where the Switch was.
There they are.
Eggman's robots.
Leave them to me.
You played FF1 on the GBA remake? Yeah. You didn't seriously play any of the other games. This is the first playthrough for all of them. Ooh. For all of them. Damn. That's gonna be exciting. Was it just one of those things where you were like, I've heard a lot of things about this series, and I want to get into it, and I might as well do it on stream, because it's amazing to play games for the first time on stream.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Yay.
But I'm glad you're really enjoying it so far, like all of the games so far. I feel like the good thing is, like, for now,
What?
I don't know how much you know about like any of the games coming up, but like I feel like for a while you're gonna go on like an not this way. You're gonna go on an upwards like scale. Like they're just gonna get better as you play more. But I feel like there's gonna get a point where it's gonna go a little bit downhill. I don't think any Final Fantasy game is like awful. So I think it will be an enjoyable experience from 1 up until 15. Hey, maybe by the time you get to 15 there will be 16, but that would be iconic. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but there comes a point where there is a decreasing of like, not quality, but you know, they're just not as good, I guess. But I do think that all of them have like,
We're back to normal now.
all of them have their own charm in their own way. Like there's just something likable about each of them. So yeah, I really like the series. I really do. And don't you love like the recurring things of like, oh my god, the chocobos look so cute in this version, or like, oh, this is this version's of Sid. Like they always have a Sid in each game. Or like, oh my god, this is their version of Moogle or a Cactuar. Or even the summons and stuff like that. It's so cute to see like, it's so cool to see what each game does with like the property. You haven't played them, you were young, you didn't really understand or read and got confused, yeah. You played, oh yeah, I already read that. I've had times where I fall asleep watching streams and I'll hear the streamer in my dream. Oh my god.
Eggman's got
Your sister was super into the games, but you just didn't have the attention span. You honestly surprised you haven't played. You're honestly surprised you've played 1 through 3 in a row. Yeah.
Leave it to me. Yay.
Those are big games. Like the first few like Final Fantasies are very like time consuming because there's a lot of grinding. There's they're definitely like that traditional RPG kind of gig. So I'm actually very proud of you for doing that, because those games are challenging. Those games are very challenging. Out of the first 3, which one did you enjoy the most so far? I guess you're still midway through 3, so you wouldn't know overall, but like, how are you liking it? I want, one of these days I want to do like you know those like tier maker things I did one for all the Britney albums where like you have all the different tiers and you get all of the albums and you're like you basically put them in different tiers. I want to do that for Final Fantasy games one day.
Let's jump.
Even though I haven't really played all of them, so I need to do that first and then make my tier list. I'm playing 7 these days and I'm really enjoying it. I'm playing the original because it's, you know, I already had a copy of it. And it's significantly cheaper than the remake. And I'm really enjoying it. None of them? I can see it.
Guess that's about it.
1 was so unforgiving, 2 had the terrible leveling system, and 3 is annoying due to the job levels and overall leveling. Yeah. If I had to choose, I would go 3 just because all of the jobs. Yeah. I get it. I understand. I haven't really played too much of the second one, but that's the one where the weapons level up, right? Like the characters don't really level up. Or like they do, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Weapons, magic, yeah. That seems like an interesting choice. I feel like it could either be one of those things that you hate or you love. No, not this. All of your stats are based off the battle. What do you mean? Oh, fierce. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess I don't really gain anything from this. So why does it matter? That sounds really... I don't know. I don't know if I would love or hate it. You have to use half... You have to use half your MP to boost your MP. Or you have to lose half of your HP to get more. If you don't, you get like 5 points every 8 battles or something. Oh, I see. So you have to lose a bunch of HP to get a bunch. Oh my god, that sounds so annoying.
What a castle.
That one sounds really annoying.
Feels like Halloween with all these ghosts.
Because then like you get very low HPs if you keep healing, I guess. Oh, that sounds really annoying.
Leave it to me. Yay.
Ooh, random Portuguese word. Oh, I have an idea for this. I will go to a Portuguese dictionary, and whatever word comes, like I think they usually have like a word of the day or whatever. And I'll have that word be the word, like the random word. What a random ass word. The word of the day is quadrilhado. Quadrilhado. You spell it like this. You know what that means? Anyone wants to guess what that means? First of all, what do you think? Like, do you think it's a noun? Do you think it's an adjective? Adjective? There you go. Do you think it's a verb? What do you think that is?
Got it.
It's not a noun. You're close, Kath. It's not a noun, but it is related to the number 4. You're not wrong on that. I didn't know of this word, so I would be surprised if anyone guesses that. But it is something to do with the number 4.
There they are.
Eggman's robot.
Leave them to me, Sonic. Take this.
Any guesses? Any final guesses?
Not bad.
Look out! Don't step on that shadow.
Not a clue. Okay. It's an adjective. I don't know if that helps, but it is an adjective.
Look out!
It is... I'll just say it. It's a thing with 4 wings. So it's basically like a bug. Like if a bug has 4 wings, it's very specific. You would say it's quadrielado. I've never used that word before in my life. Yeah. It makes sense looking at the word. But yeah. Quadrielado. That's the Portuguese word of the day.
Leave it to me.
I only knew 4 because quatre is 4 in French, yeah. And also in English, quad, you know? It also kind of gives you the impression of 4.
Why don't we go down there?
Like quadruple, for example. Like that first half of the word kind of gave you 4.
Leave it to me. Look
I mean, all 3 of those languages, English, Portuguese, and French, came from Latin, so it makes sense that there would be similarities. But you were very close. Something with 4, yes. You were very close with that one. I wish I wish this website had like a randomizer, like for whenever people ask for more words. Like if anyone happens to redeem any other words, then I have something other than the word of the day. But it's not the biggest deal.
We're about to crash.
I'm sure I can look up random Portuguese word and I will do that. I like that more than me having to think about a random word, you know what I mean? Cuz it's like, what do I say, you know? But yeah, you learn something new every day. Quadrielado.
There's that switch again.
Did not know that word. I'm learning just as y'all are.
Look out!
I was thinking of adding a thing where like I speak Portuguese for a minute. Like I randomly switch to Portuguese and y'all are like, what is he saying? And then I randomly, after the timer runs out, I go back to English. But I would have to make that like a higher number. You could have someone ask what is blank in Portuguese. Yeah, that works too. That also works. I usually ask, I'm like, what word do you want to know? Like, what word do you want to hear about? I still have no idea what he's saying. Can I just go up? I can't. The door is closed. Don't make me close one more door. No, the other thing. He's like, take this, and then he's like, rock, I think. When he's like punching. I'll try to showcase that. Cause I'm like, it sounds like he's saying shit rock, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's not saying that. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't cuss. Excuse you. That was messy.
Mysterious switch. Wonder what it does.
Oh gee, I wonder. What is he saying? He's probably not saying anything. He's probably like, huh, huh. He's probably not saying words.
Here we go. Take this.
They love saying take this. We love it. We love a top.
Take this. Take this. Take this.
Oh, I'm just gonna use the team blast. Very inappropriate in this context, huh? Oh, the helmet. The sad helmet that once was. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, it's a hole. Hiya!
Level up.
Icons. Oh my god, we're literally catching up with Team Dark. I started the stream doing Team Dark's playthrough and we got stuck in the boss fight that is literally after this level. And the amount of time that we ended up switching to Team Sonic, we ended up catching up with where we were in Team Dark's playthrough. I mean...
Let's go.
Oh. And I have like 18 lives. Like, I do not need these many lives for the Sonic playthrough. Oh, excuse you. I keep missing out on the keys. I'm barely getting any emeralds. So rude. Oh. Pfft. Oh no, this is fast. Oh god.
Let's go.
They keep telling me to jump at the wrong time.
Leave it to me.
I'm gonna blame that fully on them. I'm just gonna hold them responsible for this. Cause I tried. Remember when I said I didn't need to get more lives? Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I was wrong.
Brace yourself.
The game was like, oh honey, you thought. Oh, I can get another. Oh, this is an endless loop. I'll never get a game over like this. If I keep getting this live, I'll never die. I'll be limitless. That's not the word. Immortal. There you go. Gonna step out for a bit later. Bye, Kath. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, I don't think I got the right timing for all of those jumps, but if the game says so, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna complain about it. Who am I, Mae West? I'm like, oh. Oh. I'm not gonna complain. Oh. Like, what? What happened? When did I become Mae West?
Hey, we may be able to.
Oh, not
So
this.
narrow here.
Oh, not. Can I just use Tails? Cause I mean, yeah.
Really steep here. Be careful.
Oh shit. I almost fucked it up. In this house, we love and respect Carly Rae Jepsen. Yes, we do. I feel like I don't give her as much love as she deserves. Cause like, I still haven't listened to Dedicated. I'm gonna hold on to my gay card, okay? Y'all are gonna want to take it away from me after I just said that. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up my gay rights.
Here we go. Ready anytime.
I know, and there's side B as well. I think I listened to a little bit of side B, but I definitely need to take my time.
Let Sonic take care of this.
I wanna do like a deep dive, you know what I mean? Maybe. Okay. Oh, fuck my asshole.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Anyway, what I was thinking is
Let's go.
I may or may not be launching a Patreon. And because I can't stream album like reactions anymore, what if I did
Take care of these guys first.
an album reaction stream on there? If eventually, allegedly, I were to launch a Patreon, would you all be interested for a minimum amount of $1 per month? If I were to do like a stream on there, like reacting to an album, like maybe like once a month, I could do like a little Q&A, an album reaction of sorts. Like y'all could vote for that on there. It's just awesome to lay back and have headphones on listening to it. Yeah. Kind of gather your thoughts on it, you know. I love doing that, like focusing on it too. You'd be into it? Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Go down there.
Allegedly, that may be coming sooner rather than later. Allegedly. So the rumors say. Oh god. Not me almost launching myself off the level. God damn it, I lost the key again. Okay, it's fine, as long as I survive.
Ready anytime.
As long as I survive. Oh,
Those three altars look
the camera is so bad.
Let's go. Let's Sonic.
Because I did a couple of those streams where I reacted to like albums and stuff. Not this.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
I'm definitely eating my words about, you know, not needing all these lives and all that. Like, I'm definitely eating my words just now. Definitely regretting saying that. Don't you ever feel like whenever you're streaming, you absolutely jinx yourself, like, a lot of the times? Because I feel that very often. I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then 2 seconds later, I'm like dying. And regretting ever saying that it wasn't that bad.
Let's go. Yay. Yay. Let's go.
Because I do that very often. More often than I'm happy to admit.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Come on, girls. We can do this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Please tell me you know the clip I'm referencing right now. Last night when I was like, I'm gonna kick this gym leader's butt, and he was very high leveled and I wasn't, but you still won. Hey, there you go. At least you still won. Oh my god, you have to be very slow. You would think for Sonic you would have to be very quick, but no, girl. You have to be very slow. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. Where the fuck is Heather? Okay. Yes! No, 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 no. I love that clip. I'm glad you got that.
Let's leave this
Oh.
to Tails.
Let's go.
Listen, I may have not listened to Dedicated, but I know my memes, okay? Oh, shit! Although, it's probably best to listen to like Carly Rae's album than it is to know the Jessie J gif. Not gif, video. Oh my god, the boomer jumped out. Me not knowing the difference between a gif and a video. Hello. Not me having my boomer moment live on camera.
We're counting on you.
Okay. I'm not gonna jinx myself. Okay, Team Blast, please. Okay. It happens. I was gonna say, this isn't gonna be that bad, right? Yeah, let me not jinx myself, girl.
Leave it to me. Level up.
That was close.
That was one.
It would have really jumped out if you had pronounced it
Piece of cake.
GIF. Yeah. Oh no, it's GIF. Because it's graphical, whatever. Graphical image something. Yeah, no, I don't say GIF. I say GIF. It's a GIF. Because there's already... Okay, I will go down with this ship. There's already a file type named GIF with a J. No.
Just enough to pass.
Absolutely not. I will not say GIF. I refuse. There's probably footage of me saying GIF out there, but you know, it happens. It's not just older people, apparently. Like apparently the creator of GIF pronounces it as GIF, but I'm like, no, there's another, like, that's the name of the other file type. Get it together. Oh, not me running into that first chance I get. Come on, girl. Give me the emerald. It's the purple emerald. I mean, that would be the perfect way to end Sonic Heroes today. Oh, fuck my ass. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Can we just... 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 Come on, Knuckles. Oh, Diva. Please. No. No. She's running really quickly, girl. Category is balls. And I... Small Z, hi. And I dive in head first. They're like, oh, you're not supposed to go into them. I'm like, excuse me? My reflex says that if I see a ball, I dive in. Head first. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not supposed to go against them? Excuse you. Oh my god, the homophobia of it all. Come on. Is Ruin here? Oh yes. Oh yes. Where there's balls, there's ruin, you know? That's what I've always heard. Not me spreading rumors. Not this. Saw the balls and I knew it. Exactly. Don't tell us when and where not to dive into balls. Everyone's coming for me lately. No. Oh. I mean, if you go where the balls are, people are gonna be coming for you.
Trying to stop
Hold
us
that
now.
thought. Ruin, you didn't have to. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate that. Enjoy your ad-free viewing experience,
You guys ready?
as well as my 3 lovely emotes. You can call shade, you can say yes off the top of your lungs, you can say yas off the top of your lungs, and you can also flash your rainbow booty heart. I mean, if that's not a deal for $4.99, I don't know what is.
Level up.
Smash them all!
Level up.
Oh my god, I really did catch up with the Team Dark playthrough that I'm in. Ugh, what a mess. What a fucking mess. But thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Who knew that I just had to drag you to filth in order to get a sub? Is that... Do I need to roast everyone in order to get everyone to sub? Just kidding. Just kidding. Can I take it back? She's still coming for me. You have to go through Twitch support. And we all know how unsuccessful that journey is going to be for you, so good luck. Just kidding. Also, yes, hello, I've been lurking. I heated up some leftover pasta. Yes, pasta. Oh, I love pasta. I'm hungry. Suddenly I'm hungry. Mr. Twitch. Am I gonna die? Oh. I was like, that's a whole mama. Well, that's what she said. What the fuck am I doing? Can I get Sonic on the cannon? Okay, thank you. Girl, that's a booty hole, right? That's what I was channeling.
Let's go.
Oh no. All I want is gay rights. I'm not here to fight. I just want queer rights for us all. Listen, we're making a lot of progress with Sonic Heroes. We're gonna be starting. We're gonna be either continuing a playthrough very soon, or we're gonna start a new one. Probably not a Sonic game though. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. You know. Let's do something else, and then maybe we can go to another Sonic game. I still haven't really decided. I was thinking either like continuing Streets of Rage 4, because that's super fun. I'm enjoying that one. Well, I enjoyed that one. I played like a couple times, and then, you know, you streamers may know this, but I get so, like, not overwhelmed, but like I start a lot of playthroughs and then I never, like, I don't finish a lot of them, even though they were perfectly fine. But I just, like, I get distracted by other games, and then next thing I know, it's like I made a whole list and I was like, oh no, I have a lot of ongoing games or games that I just like are like either on hold or ongoing. Can't relate. I finish my games. Ooh. Okay, drag me. Drag me now, girl. Honestly. So yeah, I've been kind of in this journey very recently where I was like, you know what? Let me go back to the games I didn't finish. I'm gonna... yeah. Let me finish them. And I'll go back and forth between a couple games so that I don't get tired of any of them. But I will definitely finish games. You tabled games because you didn't want to read? You're that kind of girl. I always knew you were. Just kidding. I didn't know you were that like that, but I get it. It makes sense. You're not the only person. A lot of people do that. Cause like you want to interact with your chat. You don't want to like read. Although I did really enjoy my Dream Daddy playthrough. And I also I do a lot of reading with Final Fantasy playthroughs anyway, because not all of them have voice acting. Like not just Final Fantasy, like JRPGs in general. Not all of them have voice acting. So I don't mind reading. I make my own like silly voices. I always try to cram in a Sonic voice in all of them, so in all of my playthroughs where I have to read people's dialogue, at least one character is like, "Whoa, gotta go fast." I knew I was gonna die. I didn't have any rings. Dream Daddy is so fun though. I really liked that one. You try to quickly read, but it doesn't always come out right. Oh yes. Oh yes. Me being a girl with an accent, I'm like, Sometimes, especially with RPGs, like they have the most complicated and convoluted words. I'm like, this is not, we're not gonna do this. We're skipping. We're changing the dialogue. We're rewriting the history of that game. You know what? I'm making the executive decision of naming that character Felicia, because her name is very difficult to pronounce. And I do it. I do it every time. I need to do it more often. Like, damn. I need to do that, like, every time. On my Pokemon Shield, yes, that's the version I got. On my Pokemon Shield playthrough, what's his name? Hop? That's the friend character, right? He has the Sonic voice. He's like, "Hi, Ruby. It's nice to see you. Oh, you're lagging behind." I do my little Sonic voice with Hop because he's a little annoying, but he's annoying. Just like Sonic, we love him, but he's annoying. You know? I need to continue my Pokemon playthrough at some point. Probably after I finish Final Fantasy VII. Because, you know, Pokemon can be quite lengthy, and it's... that's what he said. But it's also like an RPG kind of game, so, like, I don't want to have very similar game genres going, like, back to back, I guess. That voice is really fitting for him. Yeah, right? Just a little annoying, but likable, you know? Yeah. I'm glad you think so, too. Too cool. Okay, Knuckles. Calm down. Calm down, sis. Am I gonna be able to beat this in today's stream? Who knows? Time is ticking. Me playing 2 RPGs on stream. Oh, you're completely fine. I'm just like, for my own sake, for my own, like, sanity, it's probably best that I don't do it. But, like, if other people do it, I'm completely fine with it. I'm like, yes, please, give me all the RPGs. I feel like not enough people play RPGs on stream. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like so many people avoid that genre. Am I wrong? I feel like the only RPGs that I see people play, like, regularly is, like, Skyrim. Or, like, Final Fantasy XIV, which is, like, online RPG, so... You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people avoid the RPG genre, and we need to stop that erasure. I also feel like it's kind of niche. Like, not everyone on Twitch wants to kind of see that, I've noticed. Like, and I've gotten over it, but I know for a fact, like, when I play a game that's, like, not the super popular game of the moment, I'm not gonna get a lot of views, but I stopped looking at the views, so it's like, I don't care anymore. Why did I sound like Crystal Method there? I don't care anymore. I love Crystal Method, by the way. Anyway, side note, I got sidetracked. Me getting sidetracked? Never. A concept that I've never heard of. Your average streamer getting sidetracked in the conversation they were having and forgetting their initial point? Never happens. I would never do that. Roll the footage. Your outfit is shit. Your makeup is shit. Your commercial was shit. Your interview, you're shit. You're shit. I would never say that. Ooh. Oh, come on. Yes. Not me finishing that without using the team blast. Absolute shit. Oh, not this. Come on, frame drop. Yes. There's a PC version of this game, but they only have it in discs. They don't have it on Steam. Like, they never actually ported this game to Steam, which is very sad. Because I feel like the quality would be way better, but I mean, I got it to a pretty good quality considering I'm streaming for my PS2. But yeah, isn't it sad that there's a Sonic game that got a PC version and it doesn't have a Steam port? Like, you literally, I don't think you can find it anywhere either online. You have to buy you would have to buy a CD for it. I could be completely mistaken on that. Maybe there's one of those websites that are DRM free, and you could probably get it then. Or maybe like in the Sega website or something. I could be very wrong. As I am often. I am very often wrong about a lot of things. As you probably have witnessed through your viewing experiences of my stream. Oh, we're not. I'm afraid. Not this. Oh no! No, 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 not me launching myself off the level. Oh no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, I gotta go. No, we're leaving. Bye, guys. Just kidding. Well, I am not kidding. I'm gonna go, but mostly because I need to go to the bathroom, and I'm tired of doing this level. Because in the beginning of the stream, I did this boss fight so many times as Team Dark, and I failed every single time. And I'm not about to do it as Team Sonic. I'm not. I can't relive this all over again. I just can't. I just cannot deal anymore. I can't. I need this suffering to end.